Hello guys, welcome back to my channel and enjoy this fanfic part 2. Now let's start the fanfic. Orochimaru looked at the group as they went to their assigned Junin. He kept eyeing Naruto and Fu, the two teen Jinchurikis. What do you want? Kushina asked. A partnership, Orochimaru said. All the Junins looked at him as if just grew another arm. A partnership, Tsunade asked. Yes, Orochimaru said. Why would we want a partnership with you? Kushina asked. I could make you all subjects of my experiments if you prefer, Orochimaru said. Shouldn't we be trying to convince them to work with us? One of his ninjas said. We don't want to work with you, Tsunade said. You sure? It would be bad if one of your kids was killed because they wasn't prepared for what's going to happen soon, Orochimaru with a sick smile. Are you threatening my kids? Kushina asked as she started to grab her katana. I would never, Orochimaru said sarcastically. Kushina jumped at him prepared to cut his head, but was stopped by someone who was holding what looked like a bone. Naruto and Kari jumped to Kushina's side with their katanas out. Kushina backhanded the shinobi out the way and headed towards Orochimaru again. Orochimaru pulled out a kunai to block but was surprised by the force that Kushina attacked with as it cracked the kunai. You will pay for threatening my kids, she said. If you kill me now you won't get the information I have on Akatsuki, Orochimaru taunted. What do you know about Akatsuki? Kushina asked. First agree to an alliance and I will tell you what I know, Orochimaru said. Kushina walked back to the group. What do you all think? She asked. I don't think we can trust him, Zabuza said. Maybe, but this is the same group that attacked Fu, Kagura said. I was attacked by them also. If we are going to fight Akatsuki we need all the information on them we can get, Yugito said. Although I don't like it we have no choice but to take him up on this, Tsunade said. Fine, we will agree with it, Kushina said. She turned to face Orochimaru. So will you agree to make an alliance? He asked. Yes, we will make an alliance until Akatsuki are dead. Once that happens our alliance ends, and I'm the leader of the alliance, Kushina said. Fine, whatever, I have more important things to do, Orochimaru said as if he didn't care. What information do you have on Akatsuki? Kushina asked. As you know it is made up of 10s ranked ninjas. The leader Pain is the last remaining Rinnegan and his best friend and only person who knows him is Konan, a female who uses paper-based jutsus. Not much is known about the two, but they was trained by Jiraiya for 3 years. The other members are Deidara of Iwa, Hidan of Hot Spring, Kisame of Kiri, Kakuzu of Taki, Sasori of Suna, Tobi, Itachi of Konoha, and Zetsu of Grass. I have learned that they are using this time to increase their ranks and power. So they have captured the 3-tailed, 4-tailed, and 6-tailed demons. In 2 years they will go after the 1-tailed demon in Suna, Orochimaru told them. How long until they come after the others? Kushina asked. From what I heard they will go after all but Kyuubi. Once they have the rest then the power of Kyuubi being added will create the 10-tailed demon, so I suggest you all get down to training, Orochimaru said. Kari subconsciously grabbed Naruto's hand while Isaribi grabbed Fu's hand. Orochimaru turned to walk away. I'm leaving my top 5 ninjas with you for a while. Let's go Kabuto, he said. The two groups just looked at each other wondering what to do next. Of course that didn't stop what was on the one-track Uzumaki's mind. What's for lunch? The youngest of the Uzumakis asked loudly, bringing all the attention to himself. Idiot! Zabuza, Hanabi, Kagura, and the Oto Kunoichi said at the same time. Hey, don't call my brother names, Kari said to the Oto Kunoichi. In case you wasn't aware I wasn't the only Ing person to say shit, she replied. I don't care, do not call my brother names or you will have to answer to me, Kari said. The Kunoichi twirled her flute in her hand. What will you do if I continue to call him names? She asked. Try it and find out, Kari said. He is an idiot, she said. The adults just watched while shaking their heads at the two. Kari jumped at the Kunoichi with a kunai in hand. Behind her surprisingly Fu, Ino, Hinata, Tenten, and Isaribi all with kunais in their hand. Shocked by so many coming at her, she blocked the first two kunais and the rest was blocked by two of the other Oto ninjas. To Yuya, try not to start too much trouble with them, we have to live with them until Orochimaru-sama returns, the pale one said. Shut up Kimimaro, to Yuya said. Carry, Fu, Hinata, Ino, Tenten, and Isaribi enough, Kushina said. The six put their kunai away and stepped back. Now let's introduce ourselves. I'm Kushina Uzumaki, head of the Uzumaki clan, which includes everyone you see here, she said. Tsunade. Senin, Tsunade said. Zabuza, older cousin of Kushina's and Kenjutsu master, Zabuza said. Kurenai, Genjutsu master, Kurenai said. Anko, was all she said. Yugito, your friendly Jinchuriki, she said. Shizune, medic taught by Tsunade, she said. Kagura, she said. Ayame, cook so if you piss me off you won't be eating, she said. Hana, Chunin, she said. Carry, oldest twin of Kushina, this is Mystic, she said. Naruto, youngest twin, this is Tsurugi, he said. Hinata Hyuga, this is Urbellum, she said. Hanabi, Hinata's sister, mess with me and answer to her, she said. Haku, ice user, he said. Tenten, weapons mistress, this is Drago, she said. Ino Yamanaka, this is Ina's, she said. Isaribi, she said. Fu, Jinchuriki, she said. Kimimaro, leader of S5, he said. To Yuya, second in command, she said. Jirobu, he said. Sakin, and Ukin, they said. Kidumaru, he said. Good, now that we know each other, let's get moving. It's a long walk to Kiri, Kushina said. Why are we going to Kiri instead of Suna? Shouldn't we warn Gaara of Akatsuki? Shizune asked. Because the Mizukage owes me a favor, Kushina said. In Konoha, are you sure everything you told us about Akatsuki is true? The third asked. Of course I'm sure, Jiraiya said. This could possibly pull us into this war against them, the third said. We already are in it. Itachi is one of the most powerful members of the group, Jiraiya said. I propose we train Sasuke to be more powerful than Itachi, Danzo said. Good luck with that, Jiraiya said. I propose that Jiraiya train him, Kaharu said. Jiraiya started laughing. You think I'm going to train him? He asked through his laughs. I agree you should, and what this council says you have to follow, Homura said. Jiraiya continued to laugh. Yay, right, I have told you everything I intend on telling. I have things to do, he said and vanished via Shunshin. Out in the village, Sakura walked around the village bored. I wonder if Ino is home, she thought and headed to the Yamanaka flower shop. Sakura, how can I help you? Inoichi asked. I was wondering if Ino was home, she replied. Oh, you just missed her. She is out of the village, Inoichi said. Oh, how long until she comes back? Sakura asked. She might not return, Inoichi replied to the genin. Why not? Sakura asked. Because she left with her future husband, Inoichi told her. I wasn't aware she was engaged, Sakura said, surprised. I'm not surprised, clan matters are usually kept secret, Inoichi said. Can I know who she is getting married to? Sakura asked. Naruto Uzumaki, Inoichi said. Naruto? Sakura said in shock again. Yes, if you have a problem with him then leave and don't come back, Inoichi said. No, I'm just surprised, and I don't know much about him, Sakura said. You should try and get to know him, you might like him more than Sasuke, Inoichi said. I don't know, I like Sasuke-kun a lot, Sakura said. Tell me, Sakura, what has Sasuke done to make you like him so much? Inoichi asked. Well, nothing, Sakura said. Have he ever tried to help you get stronger? Inoichi asked. No, Sakura replied. Have he told you how much he is thankful to have you as a teammate? Inoichi asked. No, Sakura said. Have he ever gave you a compliment on anything you worked hard to accomplish? Inoichi asked. No, Sakura said, looking at the ground. You see where I'm going with this? You're a smart girl, Sakura. It's not worth pursuing someone who hates you, Inoichi said. Sakura didn't answer, just thinking over why she liked Sasuke so much. Look Sakura, I'm not telling you to like Naruto, but just so you know, Ino has been receiving scrolls every week for the last few years from Naruto with different jutsus, gifts, and just letters to her telling her about everything he did that week. If Ino can receive that much stuff from someone who is constantly on the move, shouldn't you be able to receive even a thank you from Sasuke? Inoichi asked. Every week? Sakura asked. Every week. Not one week have went by that Naruto's personal Ryu summon didn't come to the house to give Ino a scroll. It would even wait all night until Ino woke up to give it to her personally, Inoichi said. Inoichi went through the drawer next to him. Here, this is one of the letters he sent to Ino over 2 years ago. Read it, he told her. Dear Ino Haim. Today me and Riri found the old Namikaze compound when we was exploring around Fire Country. The compound is way bigger than the one that Mom burned in Konoha. Mom was pretty mad that we went in it without her, but got over it fast after we showed her what we found. You know the Hiraishin and Jutsu. We found a scroll that we can learn to do the basic version of it. It says that it takes 4 years to learn the complete jutsu, but since it's only a basic version, we should have it done in 2 years. Mom said that the other part was hidden by the Namikazes so no one would find it. We are going to search for it. Well, enough about me. The jutsu I'm sending you is called Raiden. Hiraishin. It's a jutsu that Riri created, and since you're a Raiden user, she said I could send it to you. The jutsu sends an electric spark through your body to your enemy once you touch them. The second jutsu I'm sending you is called Hyakaryorin. It's a flower-based jutsu. When I found this scroll, I thought you would like it. Love, Naruto. That's just one of many letters he sent to her, Inoichi said. Why can't Sasuke do something like this for me? Sakura asked. If he was smart, he would before he lose his chance with you, Inoichi said. Thank you for telling me about Ino, Sakura said and turned to leave. No thanks necessary, Sakura, but if you want you can always come back and I will get you in touch with Ino, Inoichi said. Thanks, I would like that, Sakura said. Sakura, Inoichi called just before she opened the door. Here, it's a beginner medic scroll from Tsunade herself. If you do well in learning it, I will contact her and tell her that you're interested in medics, he said. Sakura caught the scroll and smiled. Thanks, I'll work hard to master this scroll, she said and left. Think she will learn everything in that scroll faster than Ino did? He was asked. I don't know Shikaku. She is bright, though I have confidence in her ability to learn medics, Inoichi said. Sasuke went through the hand signs again and a loud chirping noise was heard, then it went out. Sasuke, why are you pushing so much chakra into the jutsu? There was a reason I put you through that intense elemental training before I taught you this jutsu, Kakashi asked. I need to know the extent of this jutsu. I need it to be as strong as possible if I'm going to use it to kill Itachi, Sasuke said. Kakashi sighed. Why not try and master the jutsu before you make it stronger? He suggested. At this rate he will never be able to learn the Rasengan, he thought. Sakura came running up. Kakashi-sensei, she called out. Yes, Sakura? He asked. Can you teach me genjutsu and a few ninjutsus? She asked. Of course I will. You have increased your chakra enough that I can teach you some Suiten jutsus, he said. Why Suiten? Sakura asked. Because that's your element, Kakashi said. Oh, Sakura said. Sasuke continued trying to master the Chidori, Kakashi said. In Kiri, Kushina led the group through the gates and was met by the Mizukage. You requested a meeting with me, the blonde female asked, who was no older than Anko. Yes, is there somewhere we can talk in private? Kushina asked. The Mizukage looked the group over then nodded. Follow me, she said. They followed her through the village, getting curious looks from civilians and ninjas alike. They arrived at the cage's tower and went to her office. Now how can I help you? She asked. I, the head of the Uzumaki's clan, wants to make a treaty with Kiri, Kushina said. What kind of treaty? The Mizukage asked. I want to create a new whirlpool, and if I can get Kiri to support us, then we won't risk being caught in war with Iwa again, Kushina explained. The Mizukage thought about it for a minute. What do Kiri get out of this? She asked. Well, the Uzumaki clan actually consists of 4 members, me, Zabuza, and my twins Kari and Naruto. At the moment we can't offer much, but if you help us with this I can offer you a marriage contract, Kushina said. I assume it will be for your son, the Mizukage asked. Yes, my kids came up with the idea of allowing Kari marry whoever she wants, while Naruto gets the political marriages, Kushina said. Why isn't it the heir who's supposed to get the political marriages? The Mizukage asked. I don't want my sister marrying someone I don't approve of. I will do whatever it takes to make sure she is happy, even taking on the responsibilities of marrying multiple women, Naruto said. I still have to approve of everyone he marries though, Kari said. Okay, I will offer you the protection of Kiri until you get New Whirlpool up and running, but you can't make treaties with any country without my permission, the Mizukage. I agree to those terms, Kushina said. Now are you trying to make New Whirlpool into a large shinobi country or a smaller one? The Mizukage asked. I want to make it into a large shinobi country so we don't have to rely on you every time we have a dispute with another country, Kushina said. I will send a group of ninjas to the location of Whirlpool so they can get started on rebuilding the country, the Mizukage said. Thank you, Kushina said with a bow. Now all that's left is to write up this treaty and sign it, the Mizukage said. Will you stop looking at me? Tenten said out loud. Everyone turned to see what the problem was. What, that pale guy keeps looking at me, it's starting to creep me out, she said in her own defense. Why do you have sound ninjas with you? The Mizukage asked. Kushina told her the alliance she made with Orochimaru. I see, I will inform my ninjas of this news, she said. It keep looking at me, Tenten said. Kimimaro, stop looking at the girl, Tayuya said from across the room. Oh, shut up Tayuya, Kidumaru said. Stop staring at the damn girl, you freak of nature, Tayuya said. I can look at whoever what I want to, Kimimaro said. Maybe they will actually fight this time, Kidumaru said. Shut the up, spider boy, Kimimaro, stop staring or I will cut your eyes out, Tayuya said. You can try, you know you can't beat me, Kimimaro said. Tayuya grabbed her flute. You really want to piss me off? She asked. Kimimaro pulled out his arm bone. I'm going to show you once and for all I'm stronger, he said. The two then vanished and appeared in the middle of the office, bringing their respective weapons in a wide arch at the other. Naruto and Kari looked at each other and nodded, then vanished and appeared in the middle of the two with their Ryu katanas in hand, blocking the attack from the Sound Nins. Everyone from Sound started at the two red heads as they easily blocked the attack from the two most powerful Sound Nins there. Not only did they block the attack, but they had their wind element spinning around them with their Gensogen active. As heir of the Uzumaki clan, I demand you both stand down now, Kari said with a demanding voice that surprised everyone. Get the out of my way, girl, Tayuya said. If you don't stand down we will be forced to make you, Kari said. Try it, Tayuya said. She then was kicked in the side of the head by another Kari, and another Naruto kicked Kimimaro. Whoa, where did those come from? A shocked Kidumaru asked. I'm a Kage Bushin master, of course they would be able to use it with ease, Kushina said. Rasengan, the twins said, and smashed it into Kimimaro and Tayuya, knocking them unconscious. Anyone else want to cause any problems? Kari asked, looking at the Sound Nins. The last 3 conscious Sound Nins backed up. Good, she said. Impressive display, the Mizukage said. Thank you, Kari and Naruto said. I have another stipulation, the Mizukage said. What's that? Kushina asked. The Mizukage pointed to Kimimaro. He is from Kiri. I want to restart his clan, she said. How will you do that? Naruto asked. I have quite a few kunoichis in our Anbu prison who is just wasting their talents being locked up. If they are willing I will allow them to be injected with his semen, the Mizukage explained. That's a smart idea, using kunoichis who are prisoners, giving them a chance at a limited freedom and have a few kids, Tsunade said. Are you willing to oversee this? The Mizukage asked Tsunade. Yes, I will, Tsunade said. The Mizukage snapped her fingers. Take the Kagaya to the operation room and have all the kunoichis under the age 30 taken to the same room, she said. In the operation room, Tsunade stood in front of the 30 women. Hello, my name is Tsunade for those of you who don't know, and I'm here to give you a chance at freedom, she said. You mean if we agree to whatever you say we get our freedom back? One asked. Yes, to a certain extent, Tsunade said. You expect us to let you experiment on us? Another asked. Not at all. Just hear me out, Tsunade said. Okay, we are listening, another said. You see, this shinobi is a Kagaya and he is the last Kagaya. Whoever is injected with his semen will get released from prison and given the chance to live a normal life. Of course you will have to swear your loyalty to Kiri and register as a Junin or whatever rank you are, Tsunade said. That's not what we agreed on, the Mizukage whispered. I know, but it's a better argument than sealing off their chakra. At least this way they have a reason to have their kids grow up loyal to you and Kiri, Tsunade whispered back. Is this true? Someone asked. Yes, I don't know what you all was put in for, but as long as you pledge your loyalty to me and Kiri, you will have the freedom of any other kunoichi in the village, the Mizukage said. What about protection from your council? Someone asked. You all will have the clan protection. No one can harm you without reason. If they do, then they will be held for treason, the Mizukage said. Tsunade looked at the Mizukage questioningly. Like you said, it's better that they have full freedom than limited, she whispered. Okay, I'll do it, someone said. Soon all 30 kunoichis agreed to it. Eventually Kimimaro woke up. Why am I strapped to an operation table? He asked. Look, Kimimaro, you're the last Kagaya member alive and the Mizukage wants to give you an offer, Tsunade said. What kind of offer? Kimimaro asked. She wants you to start the Kimimaro clan up again. She already have 30 kunoichis who are willing to become your wives, Tsunade said. What do I get out of this? Kimimaro asked. You get status as a clan leader in Kiri and funding to start your clan and help rebuilding your old compound, Tsunade said. And if I refuse? Kimimaro asked. I will be forced to take your semen and inject it the 30 women, and you don't get anything from this, Tsunade said. So either way this is going to happen? Kimimaro asked. Yes, but it's up to you on how this will happen, Tsunade said. Kimimaro thought for a minute. Orochimaru-sama want like this, he said. If you agree to this I can probably study the seal and find a way to remove it, Tsunade said. Can I think about this? Kimimaro asked. Of course I'll be back in a few minutes, Tsunade said and left. Tayuya and the rest of the Sound 5 walked in the room. What are you doing here? Kimimaro asked. I'm wondering what's so hard about taking the Mizukage up on her offer and receive 30 wives, Kidomaru said. I agree. If I was given the chance to have a family I would leave Orochimaru without a second thought, Tayuya said. In the village, Kushina was walking around with the rest of the group. We still need to get to Suna, but I can't leave until this treaty is done, she said. I'll go, Zabuza said. Why not send the twins? They are strong enough to accept missions by themselves, Yugito said. Are you two up to it? Kushina asked them. We can handle anything, Naruto said. Okay, you have this mission, it's a B-ranked mission and you will be paid when you return, Kushina said. What about the other Jinchuriki that's out there? Fu asked. Fu, Isaribi, and Hana will go after the 8-tailed demon, Hinata, Ino, and Tenten will go after the 5-tailed demon, Kushina said. Let's get going, Hana said. Onward Riri, Naruto said. You're not in charge of me, Kari said. Ready? Tenten asked. Hey, what about me? Haku said. I need you go head to Konoha. When you get there ask for either Hiyashi Hyuga or Sum Inuzuka, Kushina said. Okay, Haku said. All the teens took off in a burst of speed towards the main gate. You think they are going to be okay? Yugito asked. I hope so. If we don't hear from them after a few days we will go look for them, Kushina said. In the hospital room, Tsunade walked back in the room. Have you thought about it? She asked. Yes, I'll do it, he said. Good. I'll let the Mizukage know, Tsunade said. Tsunade returned into the room with the Mizukage. Kimimaro, I'm glad to hear you are going to start your clan and we don't have to take extreme measures, the Mizukage said. When can I get released? He asked. In a moment, but there is a few things you need to understand, the Mizukage said. What's that? Kimimaro asked. You will register as a Kiri Nin, your loyalty will be to Kiri, you will have absolutely no contact with Orochimaru for any reason, and you are to have at least one boy and one girl child within the year, the Mizukage said. Okay, I agree with that. Can I leave now? Kimimaro asked. Sure, the Mizukage said. With Naruto and Kari. A week after they left, they arrived in Port City. Naruto he heard. He looked at Kari. Did you call me? He asked her. No, she responded. Naruto, it's me, he heard again. Kyuubi? He asked. No, I'm the saint of the Ing Salvation, who else would be calling your name? Kyuubi said. Sorry, what do you want? I'm kind of on a mission, Naruto asked. I know, but there is something close that you and your sister have been looking for, Kyuubi said. What's that? Naruto asked. Head to the Valley of the End and look into the eyes of the first Hokage and you will see what you're looking for, Kyuubi said. What did he say? Kari asked. He said head to the Valley of the End and we will find what we are looking for, Naruto said. Really? I wonder what it could be, Kari said. Me too, Naruto said. 2 days later, Naruto and Kari ran non-stop to the Valley of the End from Port City and was very tired once they arrived. Water, I get to bath, Kari said once they arrived and saw the waterfall. I'll keep watch and start dinner while you wash, Naruto said as he created some clones. Thank you, Kari said as she stepped behind a boulder to get undressed. One of Naruto's clones started a fire, while 9 others set up a perimeter border with traps. Naruto stood back so he could get a clear view of the 2 faces that made the waterfall and saw a small crack under the first Hokage's eye. Kyuubi, is that crack what you was talking about? Naruto asked. Yes, go up to it and get your prize, Kyuubi said. Kari, I'll be back, I'm climbing up the waterfall, Naruto called. Kari looked at him like he was crazy. You better use Kyuubi's chakra for extra protection, and you better not fall, she said. Okay, I will, Naruto said and started to climb up the waterfall. After his slow and careful climb, which Kari watched, he reached his destination. Kari, I found something, he yelled. What is it? Kari yelled back. Don't know, looks like a scroll, Naruto yelled. Can you get it? Kari yelled. Hold on, Naruto yelled and reached into the crack and with a little force the scroll came out. Got it, he yelled. Good, now get back down here before something happens, Kari yelled. Okay, Naruto yelled. He was about to climb down until he heard what sounded like someone crying. Kari watched as Naruto start to come down, then turned and start to climb further up. What are you doing? Get down here, Naruto, she yelled at her brother. When he continued to climb up, she started to panic. Naruto Uzumaki, get down here now, she yelled, getting out the water and quickly putting her clothes on. Naruto reached the top, knowing once Kari got a hold of him he was in for beating. He looked around for the sound and found a child who was wearing a green dress. He approached her. Hey, what are you doing here? Where are your parents? He asked. The girl looked at him and started to cry more while backing away from him. Come on, say something, I can't help you if you don't talk to me, Naruto said. Kari finally got to the top and was ready to rip Naruto a new one. What the hell are you doing climbing all the way to the top? Do you know how dangerous that was? She yelled. You climbed up it too, Naruto pointed out. And I almost fell 3 times, Kari said. Look, I'm sorry, but I have a reason, Naruto said. What's that? It better be one damn good reason or I'm going to throw you off this waterfall, Kari threatened. Mommy, she heard. Kari turned and looked at the girl. Mommy, she said again. Kari blinked and looked around. Where is your mommy at? Kari asked. The girl pointed away from the waterfall. Mommy, she said. Kari looked where she pointed, then at Naruto. Can you? She asked. Yay. Hold this scroll, Naruto said and ran down the path. What's your name? Carrie asked the girl. Mari, the girl said. Okay Mari, my name is Carrie. What are you doing up here? Carrie said. I was with mommy. This guy came took her. Mommy said run, Mari said. Naruto ran back. Carrie, can I talk to you? He asked. Sure. I'll be right back, Carrie said. She followed Naruto. Her mother is dead, he said. Are you sure? Carrie asked. Yes. She was beheaded, Naruto said. Carrie looked at the girl. She is coming with us, she said. What how? We don't have enough money to take her with us, Naruto asked. We will fly to Suna on our summons, but we can't leave her here. Mom will know what to do when we get back to Kiri, Carrie said. Okay if you think we should, Naruto said. They walked back to the girl. Mari, I have something to tell you, Carrie started but stopped. What's wrong? Mari asked. Carrie looked at the girl trying to figure out to tell her. Your mother is dead, Naruto said and was immediately hit by Carrie. You idiot, she said. Killed? Why? Mari asked with more tears in her eyes. I don't know, but if you want you can come with us, Carrie said. The girl nodded while crying. Carrie moved over to her and pulled her into a hug. The girl cried on Carrie until she fell asleep. Naruto, being bored, looked at the scroll. Carrie, this is a summon, he said. Really, will you sign it? Carrie asked. No, I think you should sign it, Naruto said. Carrie looked at her brother as Mari slept. We are so off track for our mission. Mom is going to be pissed, she said. Naruto turned in his sleeping bag and looked at her. Don't worry, she will understand why we took so long, he said. I guess, Carrie said. I'm getting some sleep. Wake me in a few hours and I'll keep watch while you sleep, Naruto said. Carrie wrote a note then summoned her personal Ryu. Can you take this to my mom? She asked. The Ryu took the scroll and took off into the air. Break. Kushina was attacking Hanabi, forcing her to defend the best she could. Hanabi, you're too tense. You need to relax, don't think about your defense, just react, she said. Hanabi relaxed and got noticeable faster in her defense. Seeing that the 9-year-old was getting tired, she stopped. That's enough for now, Hanabi, Kushina said. Okay, Hanabi said and sat on the ground where she was. I see you have your hands full, they heard. Yes, being the proclaimed leader of the group, it a lot of work, plus I have to make sure that all the kids are at the level they should be, not to mention the twins never gets tired, Kushina responded. Sounds fun, the voice replied. What brings you out here, Mizukage-sama? Kushina asked. Please call me May. I would like to think we are friends and all my friends call me by my name, she told her. Okay, so May, what brings you out here? Kushina asked again. Being in the office is too boring for me, May said. Oh, what did you have in mind to keep you from being bored? Kushina asked. Instead of answering, May just vanished and punched at Kushina, who barely dodged the unexpected attack. The two then blocked, dodged, and tried to land a hit on the other. May jumped back. You are as skilled as I thought, she said. As are you, but I wouldn't expect any less from a cage, Kushina replied. May walked over to Hanabi. Keep an eye on my hat and gown, she asked. Sure, Hanabi said nervously. May smiled and put the hat on the girl's head while sighting the cage's gown next to her. She was wearing a dress that didn't reach her shoulders. The front by her legs was open, giving her a full range of motion with her legs. The dress was blue. Now let's get serious, she said and vanished before Kushina could reply. Kushina just smiled and vanished. Hanabi looked on with awe and disappointment that she could barely see them, but it was obvious that they was holding back. They stopped for a second as both was starting to sweat. They both shot off at each other and in an explosive display of power they punched each other in the face. The force sent off a wave of chakra from each person. Sweden. Water dragon, Kushina called out. Footen. Steam, May called out, and the dragon Kushina created evaporated. You're going to have to do better than that against me, May taunted. Try this, Kushina said as she activated her Gensogen, Shoten, Pin missiles, she called. Mei jumped to the side as the jutsu barely missed her. Yuten, lave ball, she called and blew out a few lava balls from her mouth. Hyouten. Ice wall, Kushina called and blocked the jutsu from Mei. The two eyed each other. They both reached for their katana and ran at each other. Kushina held her katana in her right hand, held her left hand across her body with her katana over her hand against Mei's neck. Mei held her katana in a reverse grip in her right hand and extended her hand across Kushina's neck. Both stood there for a minute not moving as they eyed the other. Neither knew they had gained a crowd until they heard clapping. The two smiled at each other, then dropped their katanas and fell back out of breath and low on chakra from their intense spar. They slowly turned to look at each other again, then slowly started laughing. Everyone's sweat dropped at the too childlike behavior from the adults. I like you, Ku. I think we will be good friends, Mei laughed. Likewise, Kushina said. As they was laughing, a Ryu flew above them, then dropped the scroll next to Kushina. Kushina read the note and sighed. Mei looked at her. Is everything okay? She asked. It's Carrie and Naruto. Apparently they found a stray kid on their mission and Carrie decided it was a good idea to bring her with them on their mission, Kushina said. Break. Hinata, Ino, and Tenten ran as they dodged the jutsus of their target. It all started with a simple mission until the crazy Jinchuriki decided to have a little fun, and started attacking them as soon as they was within his sight. They didn't even have enough time to react before his first jutsu hit them. Losing her patience, Tenten stopped dodging and turned towards him. Enough, she yelled. She then flashed through some hand signs. Raiden, lighting waves, she called out. Lighting shot out the sky towards the Jinchuriki, hitting him dead on. Sweden. Bubble, Hinata called after Tenten's jutsu, sending him to the ground painfully. Doden. Earth hole, Ino called, burying him up to his head in the ground. Now you listen. We did not come here to attack you or be attacked. Now will you listen to what we have to say or not? Tenten holding a katana to his face. Oh, I like you three, you're the perfect mates I need, the Jinchuriki said with a weird smile. Orbellum stood in front of Hinata and growled. Drago stood in front of Tenten and growled, and Ina stood in front of Ino and growled. Fine, fine, I'll hear you out, he said. Break. Fu, Isaribi, and Hana looked at the eight-tailed Jinchuriki like he grew 2 extra heads. The entire time they was trying to explain Akatsuki to him, he would interrupt with some weird rap, or at least that's what he called it. The three had a twitch in their right eye at his latest interruption. Losing her patience, Hana turned. I'm leaving, I don't have time for people like him, she said and jumped off, followed by Fu and Isaribi. The Jinchuriki looked at them. Leave. Did I say something wrong? He asked. Break. The twins was on their Inus running towards Kiri when they was attacked and thrown off them. What the hell was that? Naruto yelled as he landed safely on the water. I don't know, it attacked us from behind, Kiri said, clearly irritated by the surprise attack as she continued to hold Mari. Hand the girl over and I will not hurt you, someone completely covered said. What do you want with her? Are you the one who killed her mother? Kiri yelled. The man took off his cloak, and was immediately kicked in the back of the head. Hana, Naruto said in surprise. Hey, Kiri and Naruto headed back to Kiri, the person asked. We was until he stopped us, Kiri said. Well, let's go, Hana said. Break. The six arrived in Kiri and saw Kushina waiting at the gate for them. Took you long enough, she said. Sorry, Mom. We ran into a little problem, Kiri said. So is this the girl you found? Kushina asked, looking at the sleeping child in Kiri's arms. Yay. Her mom was killed, we couldn't leave her by herself, Kiri said. Okay, take her to Tsunade so she can check her, Kushina said. Break. Mari woke up in a hospital bed. Confused, she tried to get out of bed. You shouldn't move until I finish running test, she heard. Who are you? Why am I here? Where's sister? Mari asked in a scared voice. I'm Shizune, you're here so I can make sure that you're not sick. And who is your sister? She asked. She carried me, Mari said. You mean Carrie? Shizune asked. Yay, sister, Mari said. Will you let me finish these tests, then I will take you to see her, Shizune said. You won't hurt me? Mari asked. No, I promise it won't hurt, Shizune said with a smile. 10 minutes later, Shizune had finished all the tests. See, that didn't hurt, did it? She asked. No, Mari said. Here, this is for being a big girl, Shizune said and gave the girl a piece of candy. Mari happily took it and started to munch on it as she watched Shizune finish her report. So what you doing? She asked. I'm filing a report. See, I'm what you would call a medic nin. When people get hurt they call me and I fix them up, Shizune explained. So you can help mommy? Mari asked with hope. Sorry, but I can't bring people back from the dead, Shizune told her. Mari stayed quiet after that. Well, I'm finished, let's go find Carrie, she told the 4-year-old girl. Shizune grabbed her hand and led her out the hospital. Mari looked wide-eyed as she took everything in. It's so big, she said. Have you ever been to a big village before? Shizune asked. Iwa, Mari said with what Shizune guessed was hate. Okay, want to walk around and look at Kiri? Shizune asked. Mari nodded. Break. By the time they arrived at where everyone was staying, Mari had taken a liking to Shizune and was happily skipping in front of the medic while licking her ice cream. When Shizune opened the door, everyone looked at her as Mari spotted Carrie and ran to her. Sister, she yelled, jumping on her. Ice cream, she said, showing it to Carrie. Carrie blinked and looked at her mother, then Shizune, both who shrugged. That looks good, she said, unsure. Sister Izune took me around the village. It's so big, Mari said happily. Yes, it is, a still confused Carrie said. Mari then looked up into Carrie's eyes. Izune is a medic. Can I be a medic? She asked with a big smile. That question snapped her out of her confusion. You want to be a medic? Why? She asked. Because medics help people. I want to help people, Mari said. First we have to find a guardian for you, then we can start teaching you the basic chakra control to be a kunoichi, Carrie said. Finding a guardian won't be needed. She might have another relative alive, Shizune voiced. Who? Kushina asked. Well, after running some tests I found that she has 2 bloodlines, they are Yuden and Fuden. I don't know who uses them, but I'm sure we can find out. Until then I recommend that she stays with Carrie since she seems most comfortable with her, Shizune said. Yuden and Fuden, where have I heard those from? Kushina asked. The Mizukage. Hanabi spoke from her spot on Hinata's lap. You're right, May used those attacks when we spared. Almost impossible to get around those attacks, Kushina said. So what will we do with her? Tsunade asked. Me and Carrie are going to take her to the May and decide from there. Let's go, Carrie, Kushina said. Break. Kushina, what brings you here? I'm too busy for a spar right now, May asked from her seat, looking up from the paper she was singing. May, do you have any relatives that's alive? Kushina asked. May looked at Kushina for a while. During the bloodline purge my sister disappeared. I haven't seen her since. I'm assuming she is dead. I sent out countless scouts to find her and they all came back with nothing, she finally said. We might have found her, Carrie said. What do you mean? May asked, looking at her, completely missing the 4-year-old hanging onto her leg. Well, me and Naru found Mari on our mission and Shizune ran some tests and she has both of your bloodlines, Carrie said. May looked at the 4-year-old, then walked around her desk. What's your mother name? She asked once she was eye level with her. Tuka Terami, she said quietly. I see. Well, I'm May Terami. I'm your aunt, May said. Mommy told me about you. We was coming to see you when she was killed and I was found by sister, Mari said. Well, this certainly makes things easier for me, May said, walking back to her seat. What do you mean? Carrie asked. Well, if she didn't know who I was, it would have been difficult to explain to a 4-year-old that I'm her aunt when she have never seen me before, May said. Naruto took us being his sister and mother pretty easy, Carrie pointed out. Not everyone is as easily convinced as he is, plus he had a letter telling him who you was, May pointed out. May then looked down at her niece. So Mari, would you like to stay with me or go with Carrie? She asked. Break. Ino walked in the kitchen and saw Ayame standing over the stove. What are you cooking? She asked. Ino, you scared me, Ayame said as she turned in surprise. She took a minute to catch her breath. Rice and chicken, she said. Oh, can I taste it? Ino asked. Ayame rolled her eyes and tossed a piece of chicken over her shoulder. Ino's quick reflexes allowed her to get under the meat and catch it in her mouth. Ouch, that's hot, she yelled after swallowing it. Well, I did just take it off the stove, Ayame said while giggling at her. Tayuya walked into the kitchen. Smells nice, she said looking at the food in the stove. Thanks, I hope it tastes as good as it smells, Ayame said with a smile. Anything is better than what we ate with Orochimaru, Tayuya said. It was quickly learned that unlike the other Oto ninjas, she hated Orochimaru. What did you eat with him? Ino asked, trying to be nice. Tayuya shrugged. Mostly rice and oatmeal, she said. Both Ayame and Ino made a face. Is that all? Ayame asked. Yay. Occasionally we would get some kind of meat, usually rabbit, but yay, oatmeal and rice was all we ate, Tayuya said. If that's all you ate, then how is Jirobu so fat? Ino asked, confused. Family trait. Some type of bloodline. It's similar to the Akamichi bloodline except Jirobu can't expand his body, Tayuya explained. Tayuya, there you are, Jirobu said walking in the kitchen. What the hell do you want, fat? Tayuya snapped. Orochimaru-sama has sent for you, Jirobu said. Well, tell the I'm busy, Tayuya said. My orders are to bring you to him, Jirobu said. Tayuya pulled out her flute. You can try, fat, she said. Hey, no fighting in the kitchen, take it outside, Ayame said. Jirobu vanished and was behind Ayame before she could get back to cooking. Quiet civilian, he said and moved to slap her but was stopped as Tayuya and Ino moved to protect her. Why don't you pick on someone your size? Ino said with a glare as she held his arm. Like who? You, he asked with a smirk. Ino fixed him with a glare. If you think you can keep up, she said, then kicked him in the side of the head, sending out the window that was behind the stove. Everyone outside looked surprised as Jirobu came flying out the window with Ino following him. Hyakariyoran, Ino said as she came down on him and vanished and was replaced by a bunch of flowers. Jirobu looked around trying to find the young blonde. Raiden. Hiraishin, she said from right in front of him. She then put both of her hands on his stomach, sending a jolt of electricity into his body. Hanabi and Kushina stopped their training. Ino, what happened? You never attack anyone, Kushina asked. He attacked Ayame, so I had to defend her, Ino said as she pointed to the down Chunin. Jirobu slowly started to stand up. You won't get another free shot like that, he said. Ino grabbed her sword off her hip. Let's go, she said. Doden. Mud Dome, he called out, trapping Ino before she could move. Tayuya, come with me or she will die, he said. Go where? What's going on? Kushina asked. Orochimaru-sama has ordered us to return, Jirobu said. I told you I'm not going, Tayuya said. So you would let her die? Jirobu asked. Mind-body transfer, they heard Ino yell. Break. Kabuto, go see what's taking him so long, he was ordered. Yes, Orochimaru-sama, Kabuto responded. Break. With the top of the dome broke, Ino ended her jutsu and jumped out the dome and was prepared to come down on Jirobu with her sword when she was kicked out the air. Jirobu, let's go, Kabuto said. How the hell did I miss him? Kushina cursed. What hit me? Ino asked as she slowly stood up. That would have been Kabuto, Tayuya said. Tayuya, why did you choose to stay? Kushina asked. I made a friend, she said. Lunch is ready. Tayuya, yours has extra meat on it, Ayame yelled out the broken window. Kushina looked between the two. Well, let's go eat, she said with a smile as she looked at the 15-year-old teen. You didn't have to give me extra meat, Ayame, Tayuya said with a slight blush. Ayame smiled at her. It's fine, and you deserve it. One can't survive on oatmeal and rice, she said. Tayuya gave her a slight smile. Thank you, she whispered. Mei looked at Mari. Mari looked at Mei, neither knowing what to do next. So, Mei said. So, Mari said after her. What do you want to do? Mei asked. Can I be a medic nin like Izun? Mari asked. What a medic? You can't kick no bodies being a medic, Mei said. Mari looked at her with hurt eyes. I guess being a medic is fine. Do you know you to use chakra? Mei asked. No, Mari said. Well, let's start with that first, Mei said. Break. Anko and Kurenai was walking around Kiri with no real destination in mind. So what do you want to do today? Anko asked. Not sure, Kurenai answered. We could go back to me apartment, Anko suggested. For what? Kurenai asked, then looked at her. Oh, let's go, she said after she realized what she was suggesting. Break. Hanabi sat in the park by herself on a swing. She was bored out of her mind, being 6 years younger than everyone at times, although she could do stuff and get away with it anytime she wanted. She looked up as someone stood in front of her. Hanabi, why are you by yourself? She asked. I have no one to play with. I'm too young to always be with Hinata and I don't have any friends here, Hanabi told her. Let me push you, she said. And so Hanabi had the most fun she had in a week. Kushina, why don't we ever find someone I can play with? Everyone is always so much older than me, Hanabi asked as she was pushed into the air. You will have a lot of friends soon, it's just the way things are working out at the moment, Kushina assured her. Fu and Isaribi walked the park laughing and saw Hanabi and Kushina. Hey, want to go get some ice cream? Isaribi yelled. Want some? Kushina asked Hanabi. Okay, Hanabi said, jumping off the swing. Break. Zabuza laid out on a random pier looking out at the ocean. Kagura came and sat next to him. You never told me why you don't have a girlfriend, she said. Because I'm not big on long-term relationships, Zabuza answered without looking at her. I noticed that, but there has to be a reason. Don't you want kids? Kagura asked. He looked at her. Didn't I tell you that I don't sleep with friends? He asked. Kagura rolled her eyes. What makes you think I want to sleep with you? You're not my type, she said. Then why is it so important to you? Zabuza asked. Because if you don't have any kids, then how is it possible that Kari and Naruto are the only ones left in your clan that can have kids? Kagura asked. I physically can't have kids, he told her. She just looked at him confused. Just know that I gave Kushina her title as being a hothead, he sighed. What did she do? Kagura asked. Throw a pot of boiling hot water on my balls for trying to have with her best friend, Zabuza said. Kagura went wide-eyed. Are you serious? She doesn't seem like the type to do that, she said. That's because you don't know her. Where do you think Naruto and Kari get their behavior from? Not their father, although Naruto might get his drive to have more than one girlfriend from him, Zabuza said. So the boiling water what scorched your balls making the production of sperm stop? Kagura asked. Pretty much, but no, I still would do anything to protect her, Zabuza said. Break. Tayuya walked into the Kagaya compound and walked in. Kimimaro, are you in here? She called out. What are you doing in here? Shion, one of his new wives, asked. Tayuya just looked at her. I have my reasons. Now where is the damn freak of nature? She asked. You're here to try and claim him for yourself. Well, sorry to tell you, but he is my key to freedom, so you're going nowhere near him, she said. You think I want to sleep with that reptile? You have to be shitting me, Tayuya asked with humor in her voice. Do you honestly think it's a good idea to threaten me while you're pregnant? She added. Tayuya, why are you here? Kimimaro asked from the steps. You should telephone your wives that I don't want you. I barely like you, Tayuya told him. Why are you here? Kimimaro repeated. I need a sparring partner, Tayuya said. Why do you need me for that? Kimimaro asked. Because you have the cursed seal. If I spar you, I can use it, Tayuya said as if it was common sense. I'm forbidden from using it, Kimimaro said. Whatever. Let's just go spar, Tayuya said, walking through his compound toward the training area. Break. Naruto and Kari starred at the seal on the Anko clone she let them borrow. I'm stomped, Naruto finally said. I know, I can't see no way to remove it, Kari said. The two continued to look at the seal until Naruto looked at Carrie with a stupid look on his face. Maybe that's where we are messing up at, he said. Explain, Carrie said looking up at him. Maybe the trick isn't removing the seal at all, but altering it, he told her. Carrie thought about it. Sometimes you can be a genius. Instead of removing it, we make it so they can use it without the effects, she said. Exactly. Now how do we do that? Naruto asked. Maybe Jiraiya can help us with that, Carrie said, and the two left and the clone dispersed itself. They walked into the kitchen and saw everyone sitting down getting ready to eat. How did it go? Anko asked. Your clone was there, shouldn't you know? Naruto asked. Yay, but I want to hear it from you too, Anko said. What are you talking about? Yugo asked. We asked Anko for a clone to look at he cursed seal, Naruto said. Tayuya looked up at them. Did you find anything? Kushina asked. No, there is no way to remove it, Carrie said. I could have told you that, Tayuya said with a hint of sadness in her voice. But we did think of something else, Naruto said. What? Anko asked. Naruto think we was thinking about the entire thing the wrong way, Carrie said. What do you mean? Hinata asked. Instead of removing it, we should have been looking for a way to reverse the effects of it, Naruto said. So what we think will happen if done right is that instead of the seal using them, they will be in control of the seal. The only problem is we don't know where to start and have no idea how to keep Orochimaru influence out, Carrie finished. Wow, I would have never thought about that. You two will make great seal masters once you finish your training, Jiraiya praised them. We still don't know where to start, Naruto pointed out. That's not the point. You figured out something that even the best seal masters couldn't figure out, Kushina said. Why not use a filter? Fu asked. Oh man, I'm so stupid. Why didn't I think of that? Naruto yelled. How will a filter help? Hanabi asked in confusion. I'll explain so you can understand, Hanabi. Naruto then stood up. Kage Bushin Henge no Jutsu, he said. There was a puff of smoke and a whiteboard and marker appeared. Now, as we know, all Jinchuriki consists of two things, a demon and a human. He then drew a rough drawing of Kyuubi and a rough drawing of himself. Now they also must contain at least two seals. He then drew one seal on the demon and another on himself. The seal on the demon is what keeps it sealed into the human. He stopped to make sure Hanabi was keeping up. Any questions so far, Hanabi? He asked. Why would someone to seal a demon inside themselves? Hanabi asked. We don't. It's people who wants to control the demon that do it, Fu told her. Oh, you can finish, Hanabi said. Now just sealing the demon isn't enough. To keep the human from become a killing machine with no morals, you need to put a filter on the human to turn the demon chakra into chakra that the human can safely use, he said. So, it's like the caged bird seal. When it's put on a Hyuga, it keeps the Byakugan safe while still allowing the Hyuga to use all the abilities the Byakugan gives you, Hanabi asked. Everyone just looked at her and blinked. Yay, I guess, Naruto finally said. Okay, you can continue, Hanabi said, smiling that she was getting what he was explaining. Naruto cleared his throat. Now with this very basic setup you can keep the demon in the human without the demon taking control over the human. He was cut off. Wasn't the Jinchuriki in Suna being driven by his demon? Fu asked. Well, that's where the problem lies with this method. As you can see, it will do what it's supposed to do and keep the demon trapped and from taking over the human. But more than just a filter is needed to completely convert the chakra and keep the demon under control. The seal on me uses a multiple filter system that in some weird way allows Kyuubi to control how much chakra gets through it, but that chakra is instantly purified because it's Kyuubi who is willingly giving me his chakra. Now as for Gaara the Jinchuriki in Suna, his seal allows the demon control how much chakra enters him, but it doesn't purify it, not completely anyway, Naruto said. So how does this relate to the cursed seal? Zabuza asked. Well, if what we know about my seal is correct, we should be able to use the same method or one similar to give you control on how the chakra in the cursed seal is used. By adding the complex filters to it, we can completely shut off the influence of Orochimaru and turn the chakra from the seal into pure chakra, Naruto said. But will it work? Tayuya asked. If it can purify a demon like Kyuubi chakra, then I'm pretty sure purifying Orochimaru chakra the same way will be easy for it, Naruto said. The only problem we have is that the seal is already adapted to your body, so if we try and force a new seal over it, the results may be tragic. We need some way to study the seal without putting anyone in danger, Carrie cut in. What about a blood clone? Anko asked. What's that? Naruto asked. It's similar to any other clone, except this clone uses blood to make a double of your body. This clone can last until the user of the jutsu wants it to end, Anko said. Can you do it? Carrie asked. Yes, it was one of the many forbidden projects I was in control of when I was still his apprentice, Anko said. Hopefully everything works like we want it to. Now let's eat, I'm hungry, Kushina said. Break. Mei laid down in her bed tired. She sighed. I haven't been this tired since I first became Mizukage, she said. Mei, she heard. Mari, why are you woke? Mei asked, looking at the 5-year-old. I had a bad dream, can I sleep with you? Mari asked. Come on, Mei sighed as she moved her covers back for her. Mari hurriedly climbed in the bed. Night night Auntie Mei, she said as she snuggled closer to her and closed her eyes. Yay, good night, Mei said, closing her eyes with a smile on her face. Break. The next day the door to the Mizukage's office opened. Mizukage-sama, I'm here to report from my mission, a Junin said. The chair spun around. Ha 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 ha, the person giggled. That was fun, she said. Mizukage-sama, the Junin said in confusion. Mari looked up and lifted the hat so she could see. Yes, she said, still giggling. Mizukage-sama, what happened? You turned into a child, the Junin yelled in shock. Mei stuck her head out of her back room. Who is making all that noise? She said. Mizukage-sama, the Junin said. Oh Sani, how was the mission? Mei asked as she walked out with a bunch of scrolls and reading one. It was successful, he said. Good. As you can see, I'm really busy, so just write up a report, then you're free for the next 3 days, Mei said as she lifted Mari up and sat in her chair and putting the girl on her desk. Oh, and tell my secretary to bring some food in for us, please, she added. What are you doing, Auntie? Mari asked, swinging her legs as they hung off the desk. Looking for a qualified chunin to keep watch over you when I'm not able to, Mei told her. Why? I want to stay with you, Mari said. I know, you're not going anywhere, this is just for when I have important things to do, Mei assured her. Break. Ayame was sitting on the couch in pain. Tayuya, she called. The girl came in the room. What? She asked. Is Kushina around? Ayame asked. Nope, just you and me. Why? Tayuya asked. Can you help me to the hospital? I think I ate something bad this morning, Ayame said. Sure, Tayuya said and put her on her back. Doden Shunshin, she said, and the two vanished and appeared in the hospital. What the hell do you think you're doing? Just because the Mizukage said you're free to walk around don't mean you're allowed to do whatever you want, a nurse yelled at her. Shut the up and do your job. Ayame thinks she is poisoned, Tayuya said. The nurse looked at Ayame, who had a constipated look on her face. Sorry, follow me, she said. Friendly people, Tayuya whispered to Ayame. Tayuya, be nice, she is only doing her job, Ayame said. Tayuya sat her on the bed and watched the nurse work on Ayame. After feel his stomach, she took out a clipboard. What was the last thing you ate? She asked. Fruit. Apples to be exact, Ayame answered. The nurse nodded. Are you ally active? She asked. What does that have to do with anything? Ayame asked. Just answer the question, a simple yes or no, the nurse said. Yes, Ayame said. How long have you been having pain? The nurse asked. It started a few hours ago, Ayame said. When was the last time you had? The nurse asked. I don't know, a month ago, Ayame said. The nurse nodded. Okay, I'm going to run a test on you, she said. She pulled a machine into the room and rubbed some cold clear cream on her stomach and put part of the machine on her. Ayame, you're not poisoned, she said. Really, how do you know? Ayame asked. Look, you see that thing right there? The nurse pointed to the screen. What the hell is that? It looks like a worm or something, Tayuya asked. It's a fetus, the nurse said. They heard a thump and looked around. Tayuya, Ayame called. She fainted, the nurse said with humor. Is she alright? Ayame asked. She will be, but how she is a kunoichi but faints at seeing a fetus is beyond me, the nurse said. Break. Carrie and Kagura walked into the house. Where is Ayame? She never leaves unless to buy food, which she did yesterday, Carrie asked. I don't know, maybe we should go look for her, Kagura said. Mystic, can you smell Ayame? Carrie asked. The Inu barked and ran out the house. The two gave chase. They arrived at the hospital and walked in. Excuse me, but pets are not allowed in here, a nurse said. Sorry, Mystic, you're going to have to wait outside. I'll be out soon, Carrie said to her Inu. Is Ayame in here? Kagura asked. Yes, room 101, the nurse said and walked away. They walked in the room and immediately saw Tayuya on the floor. What happened to her? Carrie asked. She fainted, Ayame said. So why are you in here, and why did she faint? Kagura asked. I'm pregnant. I came here because I was having pains in my stomach and thought it was food poisoning, Ayame explained. Oh, so she fainted? Kagura asked. Pretty much, Ayame said. So I'm an aunt? Carrie asked. Well, not yet, but soon, Ayame said. I can't wait, Carrie said with excitement as Kagura poured water on Tayuya, waking her up. Ayame, you're pregnant, Tayuya yelled as she jumped up. The three females looked at her, trying not to laugh. Let's not mention this to anyone, she asked, blushing hard at her outburst. I'm not making no promises, Carrie said. Can you walk, Ayame? Kagura asked. Yay, Ayame said, getting out the bed. They walked outside and Mystic ran to Carrie. Well, where do you want to go? Carrie asked. We could go to the museum, I haven't seen it yet, Ayame said, and they headed towards it. Break. May looked at Mari in amazement. She had a bunch of energy, but what this girl was showing was not human. May blinked as the girl, who by the way couldn't use chakra yet, ran up and across her office walls. May blinked as she tried to remember what she ate. Mari, she called out. The 5-year-old stopped and looked at her. I'm the Mizukage, she said, pointing to the hat on her head. May laughed. Well, Mizukage, can I ask you a question? She asked. Mari giggled. Yes, auntie, she answered. What did you eat for lunch? May asked. I had some sweet rice, sweet chicken, sweet tea, and cake, Mari told her as she used her fingers to remember. Who gave you that? May asked. Sister, Mari said. May blinked. Really? She asked. Yes, Mari said. Want to go outside? May asked. Really, let's go, Mari said, running out the door. As they walked outside, May said Carrie and stopped her. Carrie, why did you give Mari so much sweet stuff? She asked. Oh, sorry. She ate some of my lunch. If she is causing you trouble, I'll watch her for you, Carrie said. No, I needed to get out of the office. Just next time don't give her some much sweet food. She was running on my ceiling, May said. But she can't use chakra, Carrie pointed out. Exactly, May said and walked toward the park. Break. Naruto and Hinata was laying on a patch of grass. Oji-kun, how many times have you had with Ayame? Hinata asked. 5 times, Naruto said. That many and you still haven't had with me? Why not, Oji-kun? Hinata asked as she sat on him. I don't now, Hina-hime, Naruto answered truthfully. Want to, Oji-kun? Hinata asked. Only if you want to, Hina-hime, Naruto said. Break. Sakura smiled as she finished another medic scroll. She picked it up and ran to the Yamanaka flower shop. Inoichi, I finished another one, she said. Good. I knew giving you these scrolls was the right thing to do. Here, this is from Inoichi said, handing her a scroll. Sakura took the letter and opened it. Sakura, how is your training? Sorry I didn't tell you about me and Naruto. Are you still trying to get the Uchiha to go on a date with you? If not, I know someone who would love to date you. Anyway, write back. Ino. Can you send her a letter if I write her? Sakura said. Sure. If you do it now I can send it immediately, Inoichi said. Break. Ino was just waking up when she saw Ina's waiting on her to wake up with a scroll in her maw. Ino grabbed the letter. Ino, training is great, I'm doing medic training at the moment. How are you? No, I gave up on him already. How is your training going? Hopefully we can see each other soon. Sakura. Ino finished the letter and smiled. Danzo looked at his root nins. If my information is correct, she is in Kiri at the moment. Get the youngest Hyuga and bring her back to me, he said. Yes, Danzo-sama. The three nins said. Oh, and don't fail this like you did with getting Mari, he warned them. But we killed her mother. One of the nins said. Yes, now she is protected by her Aunt May, who is in a league of her own, or do I need to remind you that at the age of 17 she became the Mizukage? Danzo asked. No, we won't fail. The nin said. Good. Oh, and make sure you do it when Kushina isn't around or it will be almost impossible to do. Danzo said as the nins vanished. 2 days later, Hanabi sighed as she followed Naruto. Why do I have to be with you again? She asked. Because everyone else is busy and I had the day free. Naruto told her. So I could have went with Nada. Hanabi said. She is outside the village with Kurenai. Naruto said. They could have took me with them. Hanabi said. Naruto sighed. Look, Hanabi, I know you don't like me much, but can you at least work with me here? It will be easier for us both. Besides, she will be back by dinner. He said. It's not that I don't like you, I just don't like the things you do, but you as a person I like. Hanabi told him. Naruto pinched his nose. What would you like to do then? He asked. Hanabi shrugged. Let's go to the park. She said. Okay, let's go. Naruto said and they walked to the park. Hanabi looked around the park. No one is here again, she said. Naruto put a hand on her shoulder. I'll play with you if you want, he said. It's fine, I'm used to playing by myself. Hanabi told him and walked to a swing. Naruto watched her walk away with a sad look on his face. As she sat on the swing, he suddenly remembered how lonely he used to be playing by himself and walked towards her. Hanabi, I may not be the best person, but I do know what it's like not to have anyone to play with, he said as he started to push her. Want to play tag? Hanabi finally asked. Sure. Go hide, I'll count. Naruto told her. Hanabi ran and jumped into a nearby tree as she peeked through the leaves watching Naruto. Naruto looked up after counting and scratched his head as he looked for good hiding places. He walked to a bush and looked through, then found a small brick wall. None hid the 7-year-old. Turning, Naruto walked towards a group of trees. If I was a 7-year-old who is small enough to hide behind anything here, where would I hide? He asked himself. He then looked up at the trees and saw a branch move. Found you, he said and jumped up into the tree and looked at Hanabi. You're good at this, he told her. Okay, your turn to hide, she told him. Hanabi started to count, then looked up at where Naruto could hide. She jumped up in a tree to make sure he wasn't there. She walked around looking everywhere, but couldn't find him. She looked around again and couldn't find him. Naruto, where are you? This is not funny, she called. She felt a breeze behind her and turned around. Naruto, she called out. Hanabi, you're coming with us, someone said from behind her. Hanabi turned and saw 3 ninjas with a mask on. Who are you? She asked, backing up. Don't worry, you will be in the care of Danzo-sama shortly, one of them said. Naruto, help, she yelled as loud as she could as she continued to back up, but bumped into something. The 3 laughed. Like that would work on us, one of them said. One of them walked towards her, but stopped as someone dropped in front of her. If you want her, then you're going to have to kill me, he said. If you want to die so soon, then we will kill you, the nin said. Hanabi, run, go get the Mizukage, Naruto said as he attacked the 3. The ninjas watched as Hanabi ran. You let our prize go, one of them said. No worry, we can take him to Danzo-sama, the second one said. Break. Hanabi ran out the park in a panic as she almost tripped over her feet. As she regained her balance, she ran into someone. "Whoa, are you okay?" the lady asked. "Sorry, I have to find the Mizukage," Hanabi said and tried to run off. "Hey, I can get you there faster," she said. "Really? Please, I have to get to her," Hanabi said. "Sure." They then vanished in a swirl of water. "Told you I can get you here," the lady said. "Kian, what are you doing? My office is not an amusement park, now clean this up," Mei said. "Sorry, she needed to see you," Kian said, pointing to Hanabi. "Mizukage, hurry, Naruto is in trouble," Hanabi said, now panicky. "Slow down, Hanabi, tell me everything that happened," the Mizukage said. "We was in the park playing, when 3 ninjas with masks on came and said they was taking me to Danzo. Then Naruto came out of hiding and told me to come get you. The last thing I heard was that they was going to take him instead," Hanabi said. "Kian, stay with Hanabi and Mari," Mei said and vanished from her office. Break. Mei appeared in the park and found Naruto barely able to stand. She walked over and blocked a hit from one of the masked ninjas. "My turn," she said. "Yuden, prison," she said. The 3 was immediately enclosed up to their neck in lave. "Now should I kill you or torture you?" she asked. "Kill us, you're not getting any information out of us," one of them said. "Torture it is then," Mei said. Break. Kian looked at the 2 kids not knowing what to do. "Let's play a game," she said. The 2 looked at her. "Shouldn't you clean this water up?" Hanabi asked. Mari spent on the chair. "Anbi," she called. "What?" Hanabi answered. "Want to be my friend?" Mari asked. Hanabi looked at the 4-year-old. "You know I'm 3 years older than you," she asked. "So?" Auntie Mei said. "Friends don't have age limits," Mari said, repeating what Mei told her once. Break. Kushina stood next to a tree of kiri with Tsunade and Jiraiya. "He is late, this better be important or I will kill him," Kushina said. Orochimaru slowly walked out of a large boat. "Sorry I'm late, I had to recruit 2 ninjas to take the place of the ones you corrupted," he said. "What information do you have on Akatsuki?" Kushina asked. "They captured the 5-tailed Jinchuriki and removed the demon from him. I suspect they will go after the 1 or 7-tailed next since they will be easier," Orochimaru said. "Any information on the members?" Kushina asked. "Yes, but that information will cost you. I only agreed to provide you information on them as a whole, not individually," Orochimaru said. "Fine, what do you want?" Kushina asked. "At the moment nothing, but when I need you I will find you," Orochimaru said. "Okay, so what do you know about the members?" Kushina asked. "The leader is a man named Pain. He has the Rinnegan and is very powerful as he is one of the only 2 members to actually beat Itachi in a fight. The other member to beat him is the only kunoichi in the group, Konan. She uses paper-based jutsus, and although she looks sweet and harmless, she is very deadly when she gets serious. Even Pain refuses to make her angry. The next member is Itachi, but you know all about him. Then there is Deidara, he uses clay-based jutsus. Sasori uses puppets. I'm sure you can find all about Kisame from Kiri. There is no information on Tobi, the newest member. Zetsu doesn't fight, but can sneak into any place he wants. Kakuzu fought the Shodai Hokage before his rivalry with Madara. Hidan is a Psycho Jashin worshipper. He is harmless unless you get cut by his scythe," Orochimaru told them. "I thought you said they wasn't going to attack for 2 years?" Kushina asked. "Sometimes people move their plans up. You should stop questioning me and get back to training. It won't be long before they realize that the 7-tailed Jinchuriki is here," Orochimaru said and walked back on his boat. "This is a problem," Tsunade said. "Yes it is, we need to increase training immediately," Kushina said. "I'm on it already." Although he withheld information on Akatsuki, I was able to get enough about their skills to form a training plan for each genin," Jiraiya said. "Really?" Kushina asked. "Yes, Tsunade, you need to turn everyone who wants to learn medics into a full-fledged medic. Kushina, you are in charge of ninjutsu. Kurenai will be in charge of genjutsu. Anko will teach stealth and assassination. Yugito will teach taijutsu, Zabuza kenjutsu. Naruto, Fu, and Gaara will be put into a tough training session that will advance their skills faster than the others. I will be in charge of their training personally. When I'm done with them, they will, along with the others, be able to wipe the floor with Akatsuki. Jiraiya said. Tsunade and Kushina thought about it. Sounds good. They both said. Break. Kushina walked into the Mizukage's office. Hanabi, why are you here? She asked. We was attacked. Naruto sent me here. Hanabi said. Who attacked you? Kushina asked. Someone named Danzo. Hanabi said. The door opened. Oh Kushina, I'm sure I can leave him in your care. I have to get some information out of these three. Mei said. Of course, let's go Hanabi. Kushina said. Do you mind taking Mari with you? Mei asked. Of course not, so long as you torture them enough for me. Kushina said. You have a deal, Mei said. Oh, I have to see you later today. Kushina said. I'll be free in about an hour. Mei said and continued to walk down the hall with her three guests. Well, let's get you home. Kushina said as they walked out the office. Break. Dinner time came around and everyone in the growing clan was in the house. Okay, from this point on you all will be in the toughest training program you have ever seen. Kushina said. Okay everyone listen up. Akatsuki has started their attack earlier than we thought. They already captured the five-tailed Jinchuriki. From this point on Naruto, Funu, and Gaara will be trained by me. Everyone else will be split into groups and trained. Jiraiya said. The groups will be determined by what field you want to focus on. Kushina said. Seals. Kari said. Medic. Ino said. Genjutsu. Hinata said. Kenjutsu. Tenten said. Ninjutsu. Tayuya said. Seals. Naruto said. Ninjutsu. Hana said. Genjutsu. Isaribi said. Taijutsu. Fu said. Taijutsu. Hanabi said. Kenjutsu. Haku said. Okay. Zabuza will be in charge of Kenjutsu, Tsunade in charge of medics, I'm in charge of ninjutsu, Kurenai in charge of genjutsu, Anko in charge of stealth and assassination, Yugito in charge of taijutsu. Everyone will focus on what you prefer to study, but you all will go through training on the other subjects. You will train in groups on 2, Naruto and Kari will start in Seal, Ino in medics, Hinata and Isaribi in genjutsu, Tenten and Haku in Kenjutsu, Tayuya and Hana in Ninjutsu, Fu and Hanabi in Taijutsu. Kushina said. You will train in those subjects every day and switch your other subjects so you have 2 subjects to train in each day. Tsunade said. Break. Tamari woke up to a messenger bird tapping on her window. After getting the letter and closing the window, she sat at her desk and started to read it. She ran it twice to make sure she read it correctly, then ran out her room. Gaara, Kankuro, wake up. She yelled as she threw both their doors open. What the hell is your problem? Kankuro asked, sitting up. Akatsuki started their attack early. They already captured the five-tailed Jinchuriki. Tamari said. What? Gaara and Kankuro yelled as they jumped out of bed. This is bad. Tamari said. We need to find a place to go where no one can find us while we train. Kankuro said. Tamari looked at him. That's the smartest thing you have ever said, she said. Where do you propose we go? Gaara asked. Sea country. Kankuro suggested. The village with a lot of prostitutes. Tamari asked. No one will suspect us there, Kankuro said. How about we move further into the desert? Now many people can survive further out and Akatsuki won't look for us that far out. Gaara suggested. It will have to do for now. Tamari said. Break. Sum walked into her meeting hall to start the meeting. How is everyone? She asked. Fine. What did you call a meeting for? Hiyashi asked. Akatsuki have started to attack earlier, and all of our kids are in immediate danger because of how close they are to Naruto. Sum said. We need to do something immediately, Inoichi said. I already put in a vote with my council. We have decided to move to Whirlpool and help finish their rebuilding process. Sum said. Give me a day and I will have the results of a vote to relocate to Whirlpool. Hiyashi said. Break. Kushina walked into the room designated for Fuinjutsu and saw Naruto sleeping on the bed with his shirt off and Carrie next to him. Ah, my kids are involved in incest, she yelled and closed the door. Break. Naruto and Carrie opened their eyes trying not to laugh and quickly ran to the desk and got back to work. The two quickly took out all their work so they could continue to study the cursed seal. The door opened and Kushina walked in to see Naruto sitting at the table looking at a scroll and Carrie looking at the Anko clone and jotting some notes down. Is there a problem, Mom? She asked. Kushina looked at them. What's going on? You two just sleeping together? She asked. They both looked at her with a funny look. Why would we do that? We both have our own rooms. We have been working for the last hour trying to figure out to alter this seal. Naruto asked. Maybe you had a bad dream or something. Carrie suggested. Kushina looked at them. I must still be sleepy then, she said. It's early and breakfast hasn't been served yet. Carrie said. Right. So how is it coming? Kushina asked. Well, we know what to work towards, but we are still ways away from the result we want. Naruto said. Anything I can help with? Kushina asked. Actually, do you have any knowledge of the Hyuga's cursed seal? Carrie asked. Yes, it's a version of an old Uzumaki seal. Why? Kushina asked. Really? Because we think if we have knowledge on that we might be able to figure out how to fix this one. Naruto said. I'll go get the scroll on the Hyuga's cursed seal. Kushina said and walked out. The two burst out laughing. That was just weird. Naruto said. Yay, as sleeping together, the idea is just too funny. Carrie said. Break. Everyone was at the table for breakfast. Hey, I have some news. Ayame said. Good or bad? Kushina asked. Depends on the person. Ayame said. Okay, so what's up? Kushina asked. I'm pregnant. Ayame said. With what? Kushina and Hanabi asked. A fetus. Ayame said. A what? Hanabi asked. I'm going to have a baby. Ayame said. Really awesome. Hanabi said. There was a thud next to Hanabi. Kushina. She said as she poked her with her chopsticks. I think she died. She 7-year-old said as she continued to poke her. Hanabi stopped doing that. Hinata said. She isn't moving. Hanabi said. Wow. This isn't Mom's morning. Carrie said as she looked over at her. Yay, really? Maybe she should stay in today. Naruto said. Just throw some water on her and she will be up and running in no time. Zabuza said. After some cold water was poured on her, Kushina sat up. I just dreamed that Naruto and Carrie was sleeping together and Ayame is pregnant, she said. Everyone looked at her. Well, I am pregnant. Ayame said. As far as me and Ruto, that was a dream. Carrie told her. Good. Kushina said. Then she turned towards Ayame. What do you mean you're pregnant? I never gave you permission to have kids. She asked. Not like she can split the sperm from the egg. Tsunade said. The what from the egg? Hanabi asked as she poked her eggs. I don't think we should talk about this now. Kurenai said. Okay, no one else is allowed to have any babies. Kushina said. Where do babies come from? Hanabi asked. Everyone looked at her. Who wants to take this one? Anko asked. What's wrong? Did I ask a bad question? Hanabi asked. Babies comes from special seals. Naruto said. Everyone looked at him. What? He asked. Special seals. Tayuya asked. Hanabi, every woman has a special seal on them. This seal has the power to make babies when she wants. Carrie said. You two are seal crazy. Tayuya said. Break. Kushina sighed as she drank some sake. Tough day. Mei asked, walking up to her. You wouldn't believe it. Hanabi asked me where babies come from. Kushina said. Mei laughed. What did you tell her? She asked. Special seals. Kushina said. Special seals? Mei asked. It was Ruto and Riri's idea. Kushina said. Better than the random animal bringing babies to doorsteps that I was told. Mei said. So how is Mari? Kushina asked. Good. She has enjoyed her time with Hanabi. Apparently she has been teaching her to use chakra. Mei said. Really? Kushina asked. Yay. And Mari has taken to it like a drunk to free sake. Mei said. Hanabi just likes having someone to play with. You don't know how depressing it is to take her to the park only for her to play by herself. Kushina said. Yay. Mari is the same. Mei said. I'm going to hate having to split the two up when we go to Whirlpool. Kushina said. Don't worry, that will take years to finish. Even if we had help, it will take at least 4 years to build it to the point of it being able to bring money into it. Mei said. What do you plan to do about Akatsuki? Kushina asked. I have a team out looking for stray members and killing them. They are under strict orders not to attack if it's more than 2 members. Mei said. Kushina nodded. That would be the safest bet. Our information from Orochimaru was very basic, only giving us their basic skills, she said. Speaking of Orochimaru, Oto Nins was found snooping around Whirlpool. Mei said. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again. Kushina said. See that you don't or you will have to end your temporary treaty with him. Mei said. Kushina looked into the park and saw Hanabi and Mari playing. Any idea on why Danzo sent those ninjas after Hanabi? She asked. He wants to send her to Kumo. That's all I could get before they bit their tongue. Mei said. Kumo? Kushina asked. I send a representative there already to find out what this is about. Mei said. I would like to know how that goes. Kushina said. Of course. Mei said. Any progress on Kimimaro? Kushina asked. He can be difficult at times, but he is mostly quiet and does as I ask. Mei said. I suspected he would be like that. Kushina said. Me too. Even if he don't like it here, the chance to have a family and be in charge of his own clan was too much to pass up. Mei said. The two sat quietly sipping their sake and watching their respective kid play with the other. Although they wasn't their mother, they both felt like a mother and was happy that they had each other to play with. When are you going to allow them to go on missions? Mei asked. Kushina shrugged. Not sure. She said. Can't baby them forever. Mei said. It's not babying, I just want them to be ready for anything, especially with Akatsuki around. Kushina said. They will be fine. They will only get C-ranked missions until their skills show they can handle B-ranked missions. Mei said. I don't know, it seems too risky. Kushina said. They can beat any Chunin here, what's so risky about it? They signed up to be ninjas and treated as such, not to be trained and kept on a short leash. Trust me, it will be a relief to have them away once in a while doing a mission while you relax. Mei said. I'll think about it. Kushina said after a while. Carrie looked over the seal that was now over the cursed seal on Anko's blood clone. I think we finally did it. She said to Naruto. Only one way to find out. Naruto said. Anko accessed her seal and noticed the amount of chakra she was receiving. It's working. She said. Do you feel any part of Orochimaru in the seal? Carrie asked. No, none. Anko said in surprise. What do you feel? Naruto asked. Like I can take on an entire army. Anko said. Carrie, we finally did it. After months of studying, we finally found a way to make the seal useful and completely remove Orochimaru's influence from it. Naruto said. Carrie looked at the seal again, then at Naruto. I can believe we did it, and so fast. I knew we would eventually do it, but not this fast, and it works great, she said with a smile. Let's tell everyone else. Naruto said. Break. They ran into Anko's apartment without knocking, surprising the Junin. What are you doing? She asked. Anko, we did it. We finally did it. After months of failure, we finally succeeded. Naruto yelled. What are you talking about? Anko asked, confused. What he means is we finally found a way to give you access to the cursed seal while shutting Orochimaru's influence out. Carrie said. Really, how? Anko asked. We used a combination of seals, a 4-symbol seal, a Fuya Huan seal, and finally a 5-element seal. Carrie said. The combination of these seals are used because they are all known to seal off something while letting chakra through. Naruto said. The 4-symbol seal is the first level of it. It does the filtering of chakra while holding back Orochimaru's influence from affecting you. Carrie said. The Fuya Huan seal keeps the first from breaking by using your will to keep Orochimaru from influencing you. That seal will not break as long as your will to keep it intact is strong. Naruto said. Finally, five-prong seal was put in as a last resort. It has no effect on how the chakra is regulated or the influence of Orochimaru. Its entire purpose is throw off your ability to use chakra correctly, meaning if somehow the first two seals fail, this seal will engage, making you unable to access the chakra from the seal at the expense of your natural chakra being unsteady. Carrie finished. Will they work? Anko asked. Yes, we tested them all on your blood clone. This was the only way to give you complete control over the cursed seal. Didn't you get the information back from your blood clone? Naruto asked. Blood clones don't work that way. They are mainly used for faking your own death. Anko said. Oh, well, want us to put the seal on you? Naruto asked. Yes, if you're sure it will work. Anko said. The next day, Hanabi sat in the back of her class. Why do I have to come here? She asked herself. Hanabi, pay attention. The teacher said. Sorry. She mumbled while some people snickered at her. Hanabi, do you have a problem with the way I teach? The teacher asked. No, but I already know this crap. Hanabi said. Young lady, watch your mouth or I will call your mother. The teacher told her. Good luck with that, Hanabi mumbled. That's it, come with me now. The teacher said and walked out the room. Hanabi walked down the steps while all the kids laughed at her. Look, the new girl can't even stay out of trouble on her first week of school. A girl said. You do know I can hear you're rich spoiled? Hanabi asked. What, jealous? The girl asked. Hanabi now. The teacher said, sticking her head back into the room. Hanabi walked into the principal's office. Now Hanabi, how can we reach your mother? The teacher asked. Hanabi shrugged. Do you know how to contact the dead? She asked. Okay, what about your father? The principal asked. How long do you have to wait for a message to get to Konoha and for him to come here? Hanabi asked like she didn't care. Both teacher and principal sighed. Who do you live with? The teacher asked. Kushina Uzumaki. Hanabi said. After thinking about it, it probably wasn't a good idea to get Kushina involved. Can't we just work this out without involving her? She asked nervously. No, something has to be done about your behavior. You have been here a week and so far has been in my office more than you have been in class. The principal said as he sent a messenger bird out the window. Not long the door opened and a look of relief washed over Hanabi's face when Kurenai walked in the room, and not Kushina. Sorry, Kushina couldn't make it, I will be replacing her, she said. The principal looked over a file then nodded. Okay, you're on her emergency contact file, he said. So what's the problem? Kurenai asked. The problem is Hanabi. I don't know what she does or how she acts at home, but her behavior this past week will not be tolerated, and it needs to be fixed or she will be kicked out the academy, the teacher said. Hanabi has spent more time in my office because of her language and behavior than she has in class, and if something doesn't happen I will be forced to expel her, the principal told her. Behavioral and language problems. Hanabi, are you sure? Kurenai asked. She just called Taro a rich spoiled, the teacher said. Hanabi, did you say that? Kurenai asked. Well, she is, Hanabi said. Can I have a few minutes with her? Kurenai asked. Sure. Cassie has to get back to her class and I will be back in a few minutes, the principal said. The two walked out and Kurenai sighed. First, when did you start talking like this? She asked. To Yuya. Hanabi answered. Okay, what's wrong? Kurenai asked. It's these people. The first day I came I tried being friendly and introduce myself, of course I was interrupted and called blind. Then from then on everyone has been making fun of me, but when I say something back I get into trouble. It's like everyone here hates me. Hanabi said sadly. Hanabi, we can't make people treat us how we think we should be treated. All we can do is respect everyone and hope they give us the same respect. Kurenai told her. But father commands respect from everyone. Hanabi told her. He has also earned his respect through hard work, and being head of the Hyuga clan doesn't hurt, But you are just starting on the road to being a great kunoichi and don't let what people say get to you. I promise if you respect your classmate they will respect you, maybe not now but eventually they all will show you the respect you deserve. Kurenai told her. I don't know, they seem to hate me a lot. Hanabi said while sitting on a chair. Kurenai knelt in front of her and pulled her in a hug. Just promise me you will respect the other students, you don't have to like them, but if you respect them, then I won't tell Kushina about you being sent to the principal's office, she whispered to her. I promise. Hanabi said hugging her back. Good, now get to class. Kurenai said. Hanabi walked out as the principal walked in. Did you work everything out? He asked. Yes. She isn't used to being around people her own age. Being the youngest she usually gets what she wants, so this is a big change for her. Kurenai said. It's understandable. Coming from a large family, I know firsthand what it's like being the youngest, the principal said. Well, she won't be a problem anymore. Kurenai said, then left. Break. Hanabi knocked and waited until the door was opened. Welcome back, Hanabi. I hope everything was taken care of. The teacher asked. Yes, and sorry I was so disruptive this past week. I promise it won't happen again. Hanabi said, bowing to her. Apology accepted, now get to your seat and pay attention. The teacher said. Break. It was lunchtime and Hanabi walked out to the playground only to find out it was raining. She around the sheltered area where they was eating lunch. She spotted Taro and walked up to her. What do you want? Taro asked. I'm sorry for calling you names. Hanabi said. Taro walked up and pushed her into the rain where she fell. Apology not accepted, she said and went back to her seat. Hanabi looked around as everyone laughed at her, then sneezed. Great, she said, getting up. She went to get a lunch from the lunch lady, then found an empty seat. Achoo, she sneezed again. Break. Carrie waiting at the entrance of the academy with an umbrella while the students ran out the building to their respective parents. She looked over as a bunch of kids walked out laughing. What caught her eye was the messy black-haired girl with twigs in her. She was dripping wet. The most surprising thing was she knew that girl. Hanabi, what happened? She asked. I don't want to talk about it, Hanabi said while walking past her. Wait, does this have anything about Taro? Carrie asked. I said I don't want to talk about it, Hanabi said. Fine, tell mom what happened then, Carrie said as she started walking away. Wait, don't tell Kushina please, Hanabi asked. Only if you tell me what happened, Carrie said. Okay, she keeps picking on me because I'm new, Hanabi said. Carrie looked at her with a raised eyebrow. So why don't you do something about it? She asked. The teacher sends me to the principal every time I do something to her and Kurenai made me promise I would respect everyone, Hanabi said. Well, I'll handle this, Carrie said and started to walk towards Taro and her parents. Carrie, what are you doing? Hanabi asked as she ran to catch up with her. Excuse me, are you the parents of Taro? She asked. Yes, and who are you? Taro's parents asked. I'm Carrie Uzumaki and Taro is picking on my sister, so can you tell her to leave Hanabi alone, please? Carrie asked nicely. Her parents looked at the two. They are 9 years old, let them handle it themselves, the mother said, then walked away. First off, Hanabi isn't 9, she is 7. Second, when your precious daughter gets hurt, don't say I didn't warn you, Carrie said after her. See you in school tomorrow, Hanabi, Taro said to nicely. Great. Now look what you did, Hanabi said with a sigh. Oh, this isn't over, Carrie said with a smile. What do you mean? Hanabi asked. Let's clean you up then go get back up, Carrie said as she started to pick twigs out of Hanabi's hair much to her protest. What do you mean back up? Hanabi asked. Break. Carrie led Hanabi into the house. What took you so long? Kushina asked. Nothing. Where's the others? Carrie asked. Training, Kushina told her. Carrie walked into the yard with Hanabi. Will you tell me what you plan on doing now? Hanabi asked. Hey everyone, come here, we have a problem, Carrie announced. Everyone looked at her. This better be important. I was just getting used to having full access to my new chakra, Tayuya said. Sorry, but it seems Hanabi is being bullied. Carrie said. She is not bullying me, she is picking on me, there is a difference. Hanabi said in defense. Anyway, I asked the parents of this girl to tell her to stop, and they think that Hanabi and Taro should handle their problems themselves. Carrie said. You think we should help them realize the problem of messing with our family? Naruto asked. Exactly. Carrie said with a smile. This is going to end bad for me, isn't it? Hanabi asked. Of course not, my pranks never backfire. Carrie said. So what should we do? Ino asked. Something that involves paint, hair dye, rapid hair growth, you know the basics. Carrie said. Also temporary memory loss, egg bombs, randomly turning into animals, and truth-telling. Naruto said. Oh, poisonous flowers. Ino said. Don't hurt the girl. Hinata said. So you're not in on it? Carrie asked. Oh, I'm in. No one messes with my sister and get away with it, I'm just saying don't hurt the girl. Hinata told her. We want much. Carrie said. What's going on out here? Yugito asked. Nothing, just talking, you know, normal family stuff. Naruto said with a huge smile that said something was wrong. Yugito looked around and they all had similar smiles, except Hanabi, who had a worried smile on her face. Well, get in here before you get sick, she said. Hanabi already is sick, Carrie said as Hanabi sneezed. 2 days later, Kurenai walked into Hanabi's class before students started to pile in. Can I help you? Cassie asked. Yes, Hanabi will not be in class for the next few days because she is sick. Is there anything you need her to work on? Kurenai asked. We are going over the history of the shinobi nations. The class will have a test at the end of the week. She needs be ready for it. Cassie told her. I will make sure she studies. Kurenai said and walked out. Break. Did you get the work she needs? Kushina asked. They are going over the history of the shinobi nations. Kurenai told her. No wonder she complains she is bored in class, she knows that stuff already. Kushina said. Yes, anyway, she has a test at the end of the week. Kurenai said. Break. Mei, Tsunade, Carrie, and Naruto walked into the Kagaya compound. Mizukage-sama, what brings you here? Shion asked. We are here to see Kimimaro, can you go get him? Mei asked. Right away, Shion said and walked off. Kimimaro came to them shortly. You sent for me? He asked. Yes. Naruto and Carrie found a way to fix the cursed seal. Mei said. Why, there is nothing wrong with it. Kimimaro asked. You may think that, but unless you want your kids to be fatherless, your seal is getting fixed. Mei said. Fine. Kimimaro said. What's going on? Tori asked. Kimimaro is receiving a little more freedom. Mei said. Good. Now he don't have the excuse of being on house arrest when asked to take us out. Tori said and walked off. I didn't mean that much freedom. Mei said. Maybe you should have been more specific. Tsunade said. Mei shrugged. He has been following all the rules I gave him, maybe he could use a bit of sunlight, she said. Break. Tayuya walked into Carrie's room. Is it finished yet? She asked. Not yet. This prank isn't just for Taro but for everyone who has been messing with our sister. Carrie said. I know, but you're taking too long. Tayuya said impatiently. It's only been 2 days. Carrie said. Where is Naruto? Doesn't he usually help when coming up with pranks? Tayuya asked. He said something about training with Yugito and Fu. I guess it has to do with their demons. Carrie said. Fu and Naruto alone and you're not spying, surprising. Tayuya said. I realize that unlike the others, Fu and Isaribi are very similar to Ruto, hated by their villages and hold demons in them. They both need someone who will love them entirely no matter what, especially Isaribi with what Orochimaru did to her. Carrie told her. You think Naruto is that person? Tayuya asked. If they think he is, then I won't interfere with them trying to win his heart any longer. Carrie said. You're starting to sound like Kushina. Tayuya told her before walking out. Break. Mei read over her scouting report. Bring me Kushina now, she said. Not long after Kushina walked into the office. You need something? She asked. Hanabi isn't with you. Mei asked, surprised not to see the girl who she came to love like another niece. She is at home sick. Kushina told her. Well, my scout team has sent their report from Whirlpool. It seems like Konoha is snooping around. Mei told her, handing her the report. Kushina read it. This is great, she said, smiling. How? Mei asked, getting into cage mode. Well, the people who was spotted are Hinata's clan, Ino's clan, Hana's clan, and the Kurama clan, who are well respected for their ability to use genjutsus. Kushina told her. That's a lot of power loss. Mei said. I know. I knew that the Inuzuka clan wanted to leave Konoha because the head of the clan Sum is my old teammate, but the rest I wasn't sure about. It's good to have their support in all of this. Kushina said while rereading the report. Yes, friends' support is good, but why wasn't I made aware of this happening? Mei asked. I honestly didn't think they would leave so soon. Since Whirlpool isn't livable and all, I'm just as surprised. Kushina said. Mei sighed. As this isn't a treaty, it's within your jurisdiction, but next time I would like to know if something like this might happen. I was about to send a few squads to deal with them, she said. Sorry, I really thought they would at least send a message before they started to send people there. Kushina said sincerely. I understand. Things like this happen. Just try and keep me informed on who is coming to Whirlpool and if I should be expecting anyone else. Mei said. Kushina thought. Actually, there is one more thing, she said. A weak Hanabi was in her regular seat at the back of the class waiting for the teacher when the door opened and Naruto and Carrie walked in. What are you two doing here? She practically yelled. Oh, this is your class, Hanabi, we had no idea. Naruto said sarcastically. Ms. Cassie suddenly decided she needs extra help and asked us to fill in for the day. Carrie said with a smile. What are you two doing? Hanabi asked. What makes you think we are going to do something? Naruto asked. Okay class, these are twins Carrie and Naruto Uzumaki, and they offered to help demonstration a few things throughout the day. Cassie said, walking in when one student raised her hand. Yes, Taro. Why get help from them? Hanabi can barely handle herself and those two don't look like they can do anything correct, the 9-year-old said as the kids laughed. Well, Taro, deception is the biggest weapon a ninja can have. Carrie told her. She is right and you should remember it. Cassie told Taro. She begged my parents to make me be friends with Hanabi. Taro said, making the entire class laugh, including Naruto. Hanabi hid her face behind her hands. Ruto, what are you laughing at? Carrie asked. You have to admit what she said was funny. Naruto said. I bet they are still genins. Taro said. Technically neither of us are genins. If you really want to know, we are still labeled as academy students. Carrie said, causing the class to laugh again. Maybe we should start class. Cassie said. You're the teacher, teach on. Naruto told her. First we will have a quiz to see who has been paying attention the last few weeks. The Chunin teacher told the class, who let out a collective sigh as the Uzumaki twins started to pass out the papers. The twins looked at each other and nodded before getting up and walking down either side of the room, watching the students, making all but one nervous. Carrie stopped and looked down at the student closest to her before vanishing and appearing in the middle of the row. No cheating, she said as she grabbed the pencil from the girl. Hey, give me my pencil back. The girl yelled. Lily, is there a problem? Cassie asked. She won't give me back my pencil. The 9-year-old said. She was cheating. Carrie said. Lily, was you cheating? Cassie asked. Before you answer, think about how this will affect how others think of you when I pull the cheat sheet from under your paper. Carrie whispered in her ear. The girl gulped and slowly nodded. Bring me your test and the paper you was cheating off to my desk and stand here. Cassie said. The 9-year-old blushed with embarrassment as she did as told. 30 minutes later, there was 4 girls standing in front of the class as Cassie was about to tell the rest of the class to bring their test up. You're good. Naruto said. Excuse me? Cassie asked in confusion. I really have to give the girl a hand. Naruto then started clapping, confusing everyone. To fool all 3 of us the way you did, that's really something. He finished. What is he talking about? Cassie asked Carrie. Want to fill us in, Ruto? His twin asked. Throughout this test these 4 girls was caught cheating by us 3. We all thought they was the only ones, but someone just proved us wrong. Naruto told everyone while pointing to the ceiling. Everyone looked up and was surprised by what they saw. That's not mine, I didn't put that there. Taro immediately yelled once she saw it. I just want to know how did you get it up there? Naruto asked. Taro. Cassie asked. That's not mine, I didn't put that there. The 9-year-old yelled. Cassie walked up to Taro's desk and looked at it and saw a small mirror. Don't even try and deny it, Taro, or you will be suspended. You can't, my parents pay your salary. Taro yelled. You 5 will be suspended for a week, and you can thank Taro for your suspension. Cassie said as she walked back to her desk with the cheat sheet off the ceiling and the mirror in hand. Take your seats, she ordered. Break. By lunchtime it was clear that Taro was angry, so much that her group of 4 friends walked a clear 5 paces behind her as she walked out to the playground with her lunch. She didn't know how yet, but she knew that those twins had something to do with the way her day was going and she was going to find out how. Spotting Hanabi leaning back against the building eating her lunch and marched up to her. Can I help you? The 7-year-old asked. You think this is funny? Taro asked. Depends on what you're talking about, as I find a lot of things funny and even more not so funny. Hanabi said. Those demons twins you call family. Taro yelled at her. Hanabi stood up. Say what you want about me, but leave my family out of this or you will regret it, she threatened. You think you can take me on? Try me if you want. Taro said while smacking her lunch out of her hand. Hanabi looked at her food that was now all over the ground. I was going to eat that, you spoiled brat. Tell those damn twins to go home or I will make your school life a living hell. Taro threatened. I'm in class with you so I'm already in hell. Hanabi commented. You have been warned. Taro said and stalked off. For all that money to bad your parents can't buy you a new attitude. Hanabi said as the girl walked away. Break. Standing on a roof looking down at Taro as she walked away from Hanabi was Tayuya. She never met the girl and already didn't like her, so she didn't feel bad when picked up a bucket and threw the contents over the edge. She watched as it sprayed on the spoiled brat. Look out below. She purposely said after the contents landed on the girl. Break. Taro froze as something thick and sticky splashed on her. She heard someone say look out but was too shocked to find out who said it. She looked at her now soaked tray of food and dropped it. She turned as she heard laughing and saw Hanabi bent over laughing hard. Before she could say anything to her, a small balloon floated down in front of her and burst, throwing feathers over her face. Taro's point of view. By the end of the school day, Taro was the joke of the academy. Her face was covered in feathers, black paint, her hair kept changing colors, very bright colors that consisted of pink, orange, green, and yellow. Her body had hair growing over it, which resulted in people calling her Little Monkey, and every time she tried to talk it came out as monkey noises, which only made her new nickname even worse. But even with all that, the worst part was the smell. While in poison-making class, her poison blew up, covering her in something that smelled like a sewer. Not too far in front of her was Hanabi. The young Byakugan user enjoyed being in the academy for the first time since she enrolled, and for good reason. Taro has been messing with her since she joined, and to see her sisters and brother prank the girl on her behalf was something that put even more faith in the fact that they will do anything to protect her. Of course she already knew that. Taro watched as she practically skipped out of the academy, mocking her. She watches as the girl clad in dark blue walking a few paces in front of her exited the building and sped up to meet, in her personal opinion, her cursed family. Speeding her walk, she found herself close enough to Hanabi, but there was still a few people between them, so with the daggers in her eyes she slipped her arm past a student and pushed the 7-year-old down the steps leading from the academy to where the student's family was. Point of view ended. Hanabi felt someone touch her before she went tumbling down the steps. She closed her eyes as the first step smacked her face. The pain she felt at that minute was the worst pain she ever felt in her entire life. The pain didn't stop there as she went tumbling down the path of steps. Each and every step hit a part of her body. Hanabi landed at the bottom of the steps face down as blood started to puddle on the ground around her. Everyone looked at her before there was 10 blurs and Hanabi was surrounded slowly being turned over. Ino, heal her. 4 of the 10 yelled at her. I'm trying, stop yelling at me. Ino yelled back at them as she desperately went through the needed hand signs and her hands started to glow green. Is it working? Naruto asked. Shut up, Naruto. Ino yelled at him. Tayuya looked up at the crowd and spotted the girl who made a habit out of bullying Hanabi. Standing, she walked up to her and forcibly yanked her off the ground by her shirt. Why did you do that? She asked through clenched teeth. Get off of me, the 9-year-old said, trying to pry the older girl off her. Tayuya violently shook her. Answer me, the 15-year-old demanded. A hand grabbed her arm. Let her go, the voice said. Not until she answers my question. Tayuya said. Tayuya, release her now, the voice demanded. Tayuya gave him a threatening look. Get your damn hands off me, Kimimaro, now before I remove it from your body. Tayuya, we are leaving, Ino said as she put a hand on the older girl's shoulder. Tayuya looked at her before she dropped the girl and yanked her arm away from Kimimaro and walked away with Ino. Break. Kushina ran in the medic room and immediately to Hanabi's side. What happened? She demanded. I'm not sure of the details, but apparently this Taro girl pushed her down the steps in front of the academy. Ino was able to stop the bleeding and heal most of the scratches, but the scar that stretches from her hair to her chin will be a permanent scar. Tsunade said in a sad tone. She tried everything but nothing would heal the scar. Kushina looked at the long scar that stretched the right side of her face and traced it with her thumb down her face, passing over her eye and lip as she followed it. Kushina held back tears for the young girl who she quickly became attached to since they left Konoha. Will she wake up soon? She asked. She should be up now. It's like she refuses to wake up, but every few minutes tears outline her face. Tsunade said. Hanabi slowly opened her eyes. Please, Kushi, don't make me go back. I don't make me go anywhere without you, the 7-year-old said with tears in her eyes. Kushina leaned over and kissed Hanabi on the head before walking out the room. Someone is going to pay with blood, she said darkly before vanishing behind the closing door. Break. Kushina was walking down Kiri with Ryu katana out and dragging on the ground looking for someone to cut in half. As she walked, everyone moved out of her way, not wanting to get caught in the angry Kunoichi's path. As she was walking, she noticed someone standing in her way. That's the mother of the girl that grabbed me, Mom, a girl said. Okay, Taro, I'll handle this, the mother said. Hey Uzumaki, your daughter hurt my Taro, what do you have to say about that? She asked. Kushina looked from the lady to the girl. Your Taro? She asked. So what if I am? You're in trouble now. My mom is going to punish you for your daughter putting her dirty hands on me, the 9-year-old said smugly. Kushina just looked at the lady who was wearing her Kiri Anbu outfit. Without warning, Kushina vanished. Ryu slice, she called out. Her normal violet eyes was now green with 5 black tomos in them. Her Gensogen spent rapidly as the air around her moved. Ryu wind cutter, she called as the air around her sword became dense and flew out towards her opponent, who barely managed to dodge it. Kushina was again in the air before her opponent could recover from dodging her last attack, ready to attack again. Ryu freezing crystals, she called out as crystals flew from her sword and froze her opponents in place. She went to finish her off when her arm was grabbed and the Mizukage appeared in front of her. Kushina, enough. May move, Kushina demanded. No, now stop this, Kushina. May demanded of her. You should know, never interfere with a fight unless you plan to fight yourself. Kushina said, ready to now attack the Mizukage. That was not a fight and you know that. She never stood a chance against you, May told her. That doesn't change the fact that she was asked to tell her daughter to leave Hanabi alone and she told refused. Now Hanabi is afraid to even leave my side. Kushina yelled. That don't mean you go around killing people, May told her. I'm not killing people, just her. Kushina pointed her sword at the crystallized lady. What would you do if it was Mari who was constantly being bullied for no reason? How would you feel if Mari was in the hospital with a permanent scar that stretched down the entire right side of her face? Kushina yelled at her as she dropped her weapon and fell to the ground crying in anger. I told her she would make friends at the academy, that's why she was there. I sent her there and look what happened. She finished while crying. Mei pulled her into a hug. Don't blame yourself. How could you have known what would happen? You couldn't predict that the students at the academy would be cruel to Hanabi because she was new. She said softly to her friend. You don't understand, Mei. The desperate look in her eyes when she asked me not to send her back, the sound of her voice, how could you understand what that did to me? Kushina asked. Come on, let's get you home. Mei said, helping her up and grabbing her sword. The next day, everyone except Hanabi, who was still in the medic room, was at breakfast. As they ate in silence, they looked up when they heard a small yawn. Kushi, how come I can't see out of my right eye? Hanabi asked. What? Everyone yelled. I can't see out of my right eye. Hanabi repeated. Hinata vanished and was in front of her sister. Hanabi, activate your Byakugan now. She demanded. Why? The 7-year-old asked in confusion. Can I at least eat first? She asked. Hanabi now. Hinata said a little too forcibly than she normally would, but she needed to know something. Byakugan, Hanabi said with the a single hand sign. Her vision became clear, more clear than the last time she activated her Byakugan. She looked around. Hinata, I no longer have a blind spot, she said slowly. What do you mean? Hinata asked. Hanabi thought. There is a group of 12 birds flying towards us now. There is also a squirrel in the tree directly behind me. Everyone looked at her before Ino got up and walked out of the house. A few minutes later she returned. She is right about both things, she told them. I'm not sure, but maybe her Byakugan is making up for her lost vision in her right eye, kind of like how if you lose one of your major senses the others will work harder to make up for the lost. Tsunade said slowly as she stared intently at Hanabi. They took this in, so what does this mean for her? Hinata asked. I'm not sure yet. Tsunade then started to think. Hanabi, don't activate your Byakugan without someone with intense medical training there to watch over you, she told her. What, but how am I supposed to train if I can't use my Byakugan? Hanabi asked in a panic. Hanabi, you need to get used to only having one eye first. Kushina told her while trying not to cry again. There was a soft moan and everyone looked over at Ayame. Another moan and whimper from the girl caused Tsunade to quickly turn her full attention to her. Shizune, Ino, go prepare the medic room for a birth. Tayuya, go get a bucket and fill it with warm water and grab some towels. Everyone else stay out of the medic room until I tell you to come in, she ordered. What, but I want to see my niece or nephew be born. Carrie protested. Carrie, just wait, you will see the baby soon enough. Kushina said, although she was also excited about the baby. She was going to be a grandmother, for heaven's sake. Break. Exactly 2 hours later at 11 in the morning, Ayame had successfully given birth to her son. As the rest of the family piled into the room to see the baby, they couldn't help but smile. He had a full head of red hair and violet eyes. Kushina picked the boy up from Ayame's arms and held him. She looked down at the child in her arms as he slept. He is going to be a strong kid, she said silently to herself. He needs a name, Ayame said. Mom, why don't you name him? Naruto asked. Kushina looked at them in shock. I can't, he is your son. You should. She left the rest of what she was saying off. Mom, we will have more kids. Naruto said. We both decided that you would get to name our first child Mom. Ayame said, smiling at her when she looked at her in shock for calling her mom. What, you are my mom now? She told her. Kushina smiled and looked at the kid again. Kenichi, she said after a few minutes thinking. Kenichi Uzumaki, I like it. Ayame said. Strong one. Naruto said with a smile. A lot better than being named after a steamed fish paste. Carrie said, making everyone laugh. Not like I had a lot of choice in my name. Naruto pouted, making everyone laugh even harder. Kushina smile. Shizune said, pulling a camera out of nowhere and snapping a picture. Hey, why didn't you take a picture when I was holding him? Ayame asked, trying to sound mad but failing. Eventually Shizune took a picture of everyone holding the baby, then of Ayame and Naruto with the baby. In Konoha, Sume was watching Kiba as he kept looking back towards the heart of the village. Son, what's wrong? She asked. Nothing. He said quickly. What's her name? Sume then asked, shocking her son. Huh? He asked dumbly. Her name is. Huh? She joked. What? No, it's Cho. I'm just going to miss her. Kiba told her. Sume smiled. Why don't you invite her to come with us? Kiba looked at her in surprise. You mean it? Yay. As long as her parents says it's okay. Sume told him. She is an orphan. Her parents died on a mission a while back. Kiba told her. Well, go get your damsel in distress. Sume said, laughing at her own joke, while Kiba rolled his eyes and ran off to ask her to come. As soon as he left, she met up with the other clans. Ready? Inoichi asked. I'm waiting on Kiba. She told him. Break. The Hokage watched as they walked out of the village, never to return. We need to let the other villages see that even with these clans leaving the village, we have not dropped down in manpower. He said. Yes, but how do you propose we do that? Without them we have dropped in manpower. Danzo asked. Since most of the Anbu was made up of clan members, the division will officially be combined with your root division, and Kakashi will be the head of the newly formed Anbu, the Hokage said. Danzo couldn't help but smile. The amount of recruits I was able to get from those clans will more than make up for the absence, and with your permission I would like to recruit a few orphans to start the program up again. You're allowed 10 orphans a year, but you must not them emotionless. They will be the start of our rebirth, the Hokage told him. So 5 males and 5 females. Would you prefer if they found mates among each other or outside each other? Danzo asked. That doesn't matter. Just know you're not the only one who has a secret division. My own person seed unit will also be combined with the Anbu, and I will start training 10 new recruits by the end of the week, the Hokage said with his own smirk. I wasn't aware that you had your own personal division. Danzo said in complete shock. Why do you think you was allowed to work with your group without the Anbu following you? The Hokage asked. In Suna, Gaara, Kankuro, and Tamari walked towards the village's gate with one last look back. They crossed it, never to come back. Gaara looked at Tamari for reassurance that this was the right thing. Are you sure? What if Akatsuki attack? He asked. They won't attack if you're not there. She assured him. Hey, wait up. They heard. Looking back, they saw a new genin running up to them. Gaara-sensei, are you leaving? She asked. Gaara looked at her, then at the ground. I have to. Everyone will be in danger if I stay, he said quietly. Then I'm coming, she declared. What, Matsuri, you can't come? Tamari said. How come? Gaara is my sensei and it's my decision on if I come or not, she said stubbornly. Matsuri, please stay in the village. It's unsafe to be around me. Gaara told his pupil. She crossed her arms over her chest. Either you let me come with you or I will travel to Kiri by myself. You can't do that. It's unsafe for you to be by yourself. Gaara told her. Well, take me with you then, she said. Tamari sighed. Fine, you can come, she finally told her, to the delight of the young female. Gaara closed his eyes in concentration. Desert suspension, he said, and all 4 was launched in the air and was sitting on sand boulders. Before they could say anything, they took off at high speeds through the air. 2 days later in Kiri, Kushina looked at Hanabi before she pulled out a blue strip of cloth. Wrapping it around her right eye, she tied it behind her head under her hair. Kissing her forehead, she stood and walked out the house with the Hanabi right next to her and her grandson in her arms. They walked into the academy and into the class Hanabi was supposed to be in. As soon as Taro saw her, she started laughing. Kushina completely ignored her. Hanabi will not be attending the academy anymore, she told the teacher. Why not? Cassie asked in confusion. There is nothing Hanabi can get from this place. Her only reason for coming was to make friends, but that won't happen. Kushina told her. But she was doing so good. Cassie said. She hated when she lost a student. It wasn't something you did, In fact, Hanabi wouldn't stop going on about how great of a teacher you are. Kushina quickly said, sensing that she was taking what she was saying the wrong way. I see. Well, Hanabi, I hope we can continue to be friends. Cassie said to her. Hanabi smiled. Of course, Miss Cassie, you're the best teacher ever. Well, let's go find you a genin team to put you on. Kushina said. What, her on a genin team? Are you trying to kill those poor souls that will have to deal with her worthlessness? Taro yelled. Hanabi is better than every genin that's part of this village. Kushina said calmly. I doubt that. Taro huffed. If you doubt her skills so much, why don't you come test them yourself? Kushina asked. Hanabi's head snapped up to her. Kushi. Sometimes the best thing to do is show those who doubt you how good you really are. Kushina told her. Fine, but don't blame me if she gets hurt. Taro said, standing up. I won't get in trouble. Hanabi asked slowly. I am giving you permission, right? Kushina asked her, smiling. Hanabi slowly looked at Taro, who was marching down the steps, and slowly a smile started to form on her face. I always wanted to shut her up, she said before she vanished, to everyone's surprise. Where did she go? Taro asked, looking from side to side. Taro, behind you. A student yelled as Hanabi pulled her hand back and was about to strike. Hanabi, let's go, we are late for our meeting with May. Kushina voiced, stopping her mid-strike. Just how good is she? Cassie asked. Kushina smiled. I told you once that I personally trained her, she said before the two walked out. Why didn't you let me hit her? Hanabi asked. Because we are actually late for our meeting. It's never good to be late for a meeting. Kushina said before grabbing her shoulder and vanishing in a swirl of water. Break. May looked up when they appeared in her office. You're late, she said. I know now, can we get on with this? Kushina asked. Yes, well, I don't have any free genins to team up with her at the moment. May told her. Where is Mari? Hanabi asked, looking around for her 4-year-old friend. She went out to get something to eat. May told her. Oh, Hanabi said and sat on the couch that was in the office. Well, like I was saying, I don't have any free genins. May told Kushina. Well, she can team up with Tayuya right now since she doesn't have a set team. I can match them with another depending on the mission they are on. Kushina told her. That could work, but do you think Hanabi is ready for this? May asked. Either this or sitting at home doing nothing, since I'm not sending her back to the academy. Kushina told her. Who do you think will be a good sensei for them? May asked. Myself, of course. Do you need to ask that? Kushina replied without hesitation. Right. Oh yay, before I forget, Gaara, Kankuro, and Tamari arrived from Suna. May said. Really, that was faster than I expected. Kushina said. Apparently Gaara can travel extremely fast in the air. May said, shrugging.